Inyaja subutu kanenya kasabe kuminya Edia bramuta mayana sasuota atumse Omanu sabeyeyo Omanu seriyeyo Eya seta ose Omafo braneche Omanu sabeyeyo Omanu seriyeyo Eya seta ose
Tuesday, the 7th of December 2021, approximately 27 minutes gone past 1500 hours. We're here once again live on Aqua24 Radio, Abrabapa Radio, Aqua24 Radio GH, on our Facebook, Aqua24 Radio, Stroke TV, Twitter, at Aqua24 Radio, YouTube, Aqua24 TV, Twitch, Aqua24 Radio, with another edition of Bamasu. This is where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts, we come just to deliberate on ways of letting the Ghana we would want to live in just be a reality coming from nowhere but from within us. So if you are here, whatever the circumstance, whatever the situation, remember you are part of the creation of the new Ghana that you want. So at any stage or any particular stage, you should be asking, what role do I play in making sure the Ghana that I want becomes a reality? It's a national team, not like Black Stars. No, it's a national team. This national team, it means everyone is a player in this national team, right? And if everyone is a player in this national team, everyone must figure out their role in the team as well. As simple as that. So if you are joining us for the first time, you remember you are here to work on yourself. And if need be for you to draw the attention of other people to also work on themselves, remember the process or the way with which you even draw the attention of others to also work on themselves is also a way of you working on yourself. I don't know if you understand. Now, the way you may have identified something inappropriate, something that needs to be done about me. Yes, the way you would draw my attention to that which you have identified, that process, even in itself, is a way of you working on yourself. So at any stage, any particular point, in fact, all around, we are here to work on ourselves. Yes, I know some of our politicians may act inappropriately. Yes, I know. Yes, I know that some of our opinion leaders, let's put it that way, they may act inappropriately sometimes. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Some pastors in our country may act inappropriately. Oh yes, I know that one. Oh yes, I know that some people on this platform, some of our own who come and share their views, they may act inappropriately. Yes, I know. But as I said, in your quest to correct the inappropriateness of a fellow is even a way of you working on yourself as well. So there is no point, there is no stage that the wheels of growth will ever stop. No, it will never stop at any particular point in time. It keeps going, just as life itself. So when we come here, we work on ourselves from diverse angles. So many angles. And the very ones who have seen the many angles from which they have to work on themselves, they are actually growing. Yes. And if you go on that path as well, you will certainly also go very far. So to this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamasu. And Chia Kese Sonko ana de mu apipa nkoma ba bi a wote bi a sampempensu we fidie na da A24 radio Abrabapa radio A24 radio GH oko Facebook nso de A24 radio stroke TV oko YouTube A24 TV Twitter @A24 radio ana oko tuition nso de A24 radio sa pepepe ene ebnada December eda toso enso nsu to wa hapa minim ba bia ode no ba bia ode no se de esi ko nsu to kese e wa ha but yeto akwantu no so na ya hwe kwan ye betumi afa na ye mai o ma na da yakoma so no etumi akonanim aha ma chechire mu several times that day nyina mekoso aka o bia na then they can do a video to her since the other day na ye be kaka ye ho esan say national team the American o so ti ase ko kasem national team ni nyina ye bo say o de ma me fani on the lower levels na ti ase bia o team our support ye Arsenal right the omo sankrofo de oma broken heart to sa team no now Arsenal team no nya omo Bafield no so babo no pen team no debi omo ye mistake ka say omo Bafield no so pen e team na ene ombebre pa ombebre they go suffer na the only aduane ama players yi oka team no ho ai the okosi wo mu jesi oka team no ho the wode wo mu ntade e ko hihye wo mu lockers mu nyina o mu nyina obi aka team no ho enti along the way se ba ko anya na dwuma yi a se the even said the wo feedi wo mu no so hwe na dwuma yi na nkrofo nya food poisoner wo mu nyina field no so bobo sa na o mu ye maka wo mu na wo se ba ko eko e de be ana wo mu nyina ejai eko yo mu yi so you see obia hu hia obia play a role ewo jumadi national team ni mu the fight say bia wo na ugina field no so bobo no enchire say wo ye better than obia wo kitchen no. We can never be better than one another. We can be greater with one another. So how we say the bane of the many problems that we have. So we be doing say wako di minister, we be doing say wako ye president advisor into we doing say we better than someone who is walking on the street. One wa doing say we better than someone walking on the street. No ye ignorant kesiye pa kesiye mu kesiye. Because you can't be better than anybody. You can only be greater with one another. Na sa opeso nya sa anti ase we ya da be na juwada na mo say a driver commercial drivers ni call strike no. Ay. It was a very interesting thing to see in our country. But the exchange na ni say obia hu hia obia o role I will play in the national team to make our team function beautifully. Aye, obia hu hia enti say abadia ye be hwe kwan e wo se ye fa na ba bia ye gina no ana ba bia ye bono position a ye bono yetimi aboniye. Aye, ya boniye pa ama omano afa nentuma pa aye de be efra enti say otie ni said the doctors as adentu Roehampton natina sani e friend no Nana Sarebedi akun Worcester ana Nana Sarebedi akun enzo ewo Dr. Ebenezer Mofab-Watson Nananketia Basin Stoke ana ho Nananketia nso ehye eja kwasibu achi da kwasibu achi asende me video bi a na me kan ho asem the other time woko ne kura na 4x4 no de nam ana say 4x4 pickup 4x4 pickup say na kwan no na ye huhudio so pa na ye huhudio so sa kwan no sa no here experienced driver here experienced driver ya ko sibuache ya tunchi mod na edema Angelo wa hene champon kare chi ba ko pe ofa ko fichum berma adofo aka nyina tunchi mod na edema mu nyina ye nyina ya ba ya beto akwantu no so na ya ye hu aduro me say at every stage o ye hu aduro ate o ye hu aduro enti the ekoso bia opese draw attention to anuanom ne nasefo ni nyina ye hu aduro ewo ho ye hu aduro pa minim se wahia obi a waka asim bia kire wo pa ma asem no so wanka nkire wo so ya abo o but udwen sa asem no ho a otimi hu say we do attend but in a very professional way me hwe sanko obi sanko fo no hu se wansua bibia mfiri ade a wo draw attention to a ebe ya o yasa kopem so obesua bibi and I say whatever you were supposed to learn from what you were drawn the attention to which the thing to which your attention was drawn to no ebe ya o yasa sanity enti me say who draw attention who draw be attention to enfonso bi awaya eno kra no eye kwan bi a o fa so e de aye ohun aduro na se otisa asem we ase a ebeboa ama wako wanim ye de Ghana ena ye adwuma na ade ba ko a mahu e be kwa kuti nyum ba kwa ba twansa ade ba ko a mahu ene se makapen ne wiase ha ye we no ade a edi akotene pa wo wiase love one I don't know whatever you call it but that feeling of attachment, that feeling of doing good to people, that feeling of joy around people, so I love, right? And one movie we are seeing my sister them kind of it didn't be able to subiana ya wasem but my describe right there actually that is what moves this world na ya dan den na de meka and say do not let your emotional attachment to a unit or a group in the whole limit your love for the whole. Do not let your emotional attachment to a unit or a group in the whole limit your love for the whole. Say as we carry on, the places that we go, the people that we associate with, now we develop some attachment to such individuals. But even in the midst of you developing those attachments, and it should never limit your love for the whole. Yeah, but then I can in a particular way. No, or can use was say or say there say microphone the D ya me mfa nema and senkrama no say you see so I'm serious about dim, right? But the first one about dim no and non say you should limit the love that he has for the whole, right? And he be ana no you see anya ma yosem nko it works in diverse way. Ya oba de na ka ho asem Jehovah for no so say Jehovah ni sisi as wo hia adwuma wo mo dimirika beboa na pa ma na nya adwuma but the fact say bia obi nya Jehovah ni no should never limit the size of your love. It shouldn't na bomodian say you grow to that stage your emotional attachment to units or to groups in the whole will not limit the size of your love. So when you drew that level now, in fact, let's say what say ɛhɔ na afei wotumi gye wahome wonya nuru saa level na there's still work to do on yourself. Yɛka yi no sɛ obi wɔ hɔnom na yɛka ekuo bi ɛho asɛm a na wacharge sisi a ɔbɛcharge nyasɛm ketewa ɛne nsɛm a ɔbɛka no wa okra hwɛ a yɛmbɛhyehyɛ wo obi wɔ hɔ na yɛbɔ edin bi a right because of the emotional attachment to that unit that individual into no one hwe ni yade o aka nyina obedidi obi atem saa woni kro no your emotional attachment to a unit or a group in the whole no, is limiting your love. Well, we will say here it is limiting your intelligence, right? And yes, I was here corner irrespective of your emotional attachment, irrespective of your association to groups within the whole no, it should not limit your love, your intelligence to the whole at whatsoever point. It shouldn't do that. Edin, but he be drew. Why? He be drew pa. Yabaka kuti enyum naba. Enyum nisini aba oba de na aba. Yede be hyase. Fire so chia obia. Why? Oso afimu nyina nche obeba. Entie Messiah on Sydney, we a special request from board chairman. Yentie Messiah on Sydney or say nyansafo mu wa he. Yeba to ankomodie no so. Menko ba bia.
To the beat. Wow. Messiah, where you when you very man passing through. Messiah, you very man. Yes, what you need to me now. I didn't come and catch me. Can I mind your come? Obi maji ani oni una mani ai. Ye una mani. Yeah. Messiah, where you when you very man passing through. Messiah, where you when you very man. Gee, enya safwe. Muahi. Ow, enya safwe ye friend. Muahi. Enya safwe. Muahi. Ow, enya safwe ye friend. Muahi. Gee, I want money. Walk on the road. No mercy. Go to the try. Kafadi Yaka, I sound so the Kishri Aswananka. That's a Kumya Edio Mayina, Ghana Pa, Afe Ayaka. Well, who is a Bela? Yakala one day, I won't finish a wape. Who is a Bela? Yakala one day, I won't finish a wape. Yeah, well, what's your mucho boy? Will be a Jusuye and ye in Babuni in the Fuadjo. Very man, passing through Messiah. Very man passing through Messiah, where you when you very man passing through. Obi madiani una mane, ye una mane. Obi madiani una mane, ye nyansa fo de abo. Obi madiani una mane, ye una mane, ye una mane. Yeah. Obi madiani una mane, obi madiani una mane, obi madiani una mane. Support the above man. Cause I'm flipping, got so hard that I rise against the CDU. Cause I'm flipping, got so hard that I rise against the CDU.
Simi, Ea Bodi Nimaye, Mojana Numshebu Nyanito Maye, Litumini Rususu, Sayabaya Biatosu, Injaja Sukutu Kani Nyakasabi Kuminya, Edi Embramuta Mayan Sasu Ota Atumse, Omanu Sabayeyo, Omanu Sariyeyo, Eya Seta Ose, Omafu Branetre, Omanu Sabayeyo, Omanu Sariyeyo, Eya Seta Ose, Omafu Branetre.
Say, Oman Sebe, you sing you, Omanful Ebra and a betray. And Nunti Anna Yabahano. Sa Omanful Brana, a betray, in fact, my churchrimu. Aye, my churchrimu. Me say, Opesa, who you near be a time crana. So, said ye, Obesia Yino. Quang Bia, O Faso, a day actually or Brana was a obo. Na omano efa nentuma pa ifra enti all around in a never stopping sequence I was say yehwehwe obrana I was ebo na omano efa nentuma pa ifra anyway twagu ye nyumbia say 2016 yes and 2020 yeah 20 before 2016 and buy nyum kese pa ai obi magye na yehuna mane obi hwa na magye nyum bia na yebo kan sembebre na yentante mebwa anya bia obi abagye wi na or can send be womb or say fuel prices a buye kum cement crowns you intimate somehow can another pa na utie and somewhere brandy can one in you anymore nature say even as of now nyanya the obegye no because the problems with which I will identify one in you the problems are still pertaining the problems are there nyanya obia as per the song no oba begie to the fullest say dey bia enuanum bi dey be penwo. Well, they say development is certainly a process. Say the America say life is a never ending wheel of evolution, no. We will carry on. See a year crana, we will still carry on. I say oko hitro yonku bi ko oko hitro zamre na tomtom no nye enhye dan ni hosa ntino baby a oko hitro unim hono ma abayira papa vat oyira ya terminal no oko no oyira ya manifu okra ye de be esan ama recovery fo ana ebe eye de ebe support no ye yira said ye okra no a we will get to our destination. It may take long, yes. It has its own inconveniences. But said yetibiano, whatever that we do, no, we are edging closer and closer and closer. You see, allegorically, no, so yeah na and same wo Bible no mu a so ye to ye bo ase ne yesua na ya nkofane literal esi ye nsi ne na yesua nyansa bi wo mu a ebebo ayem pa so omo see Israel for no they were omuko ye nkwa wo Egypt say 400 years meboa enchiri ne ye je wo meboa Moses na kwaje wo mo meboa Moses na kwaje wo mo na so one fan literal na afi wa maji ho achinye say esi ye ensi a enei no obetuma sua bibi de be ewom obesua bibi wom se wo hwe se de Chinese no wo mu plot on movements in Africa ahwe Africa yebeda ni Israel yebe konkwa so mu yes ni entimi ye de be enne ye ho enti wo hwɛ saa stories ni bi na wo hwɛ a na afei wo busa ho sɛ hwan na eba abegye no ai Moses bɛ na eba Moses bɛ ana wo akokoduro ebe kwa akogina Pharaoh anim aka kyerɛ sɛ champion let my people go hwan na bɛ saa de no enti obi magye yɛn na yehuna mane na isi say yakasa wa hawia right ya na isan say mududu na bi wo hono a say we are friends or we have friends in common on social media enti say wonu bi ya wo ta hwe second deputy papa e wo Facebook oh yeah second deputy e bon komo e wo ho na say we yan kan kese yewo adie bi a ye frɛ marriage of convenience me boa so wonu mare kro me boa okay there's a convenience eh de be ewo enti ade no nyese bi a ka opu marriage no ka opu ni mu bibi nti for convenience sake no idea be na why say when it suits you when it ho na say wo hwe na ebeboa what you want to achieve and then you do it. Oh, okay. And yet marriage of convenience nkwana said ya make we do things to suit our convenience. No, it goes beyond that. Even in comparison, no, we have comparison of convenience. And so ya be ewo ho. Na wo kotie second deputy. Na second deputy ka say was omo amose petrol bua ya din ntimi ntɔ petrol na asefo sɛ de Messiah ne Sydney kan no omo America no emra na Trump kɔ na petrol onye wokotu no o se second deputy say petrol wo ya 189 eni petrol ya ton say ai mo so ya mo sig petrol bua ya din wo Ghana na onye ya wo hwɛ second deputy o say sometimes said the American when we become emotionally attached to a group or a unit in a group within the whole it limits our love for the whole, it limits our intelligence, it limits our creativity. Now I didn't know when kasa also one year he stands to be corrected. Say Joe Biden ekojina simpie so etiatia mu se ana okojina simpie so eka se petrol no mutimito se Joe Biden sad ya one compare two situations no alright oya onene ya adwen one compare na se Joe Biden anko petrol no mutimito petrol no mutimito dia and yeah, more the emotional attachment to units or groups within the whole limit his intelligence. Some case you. And no, and a copy comparison of convenience. You compare when it suits you. And we've done that on so many occasions. The pros and cons of that. Yeah, bon common there. Yanko about an swear. No bad nana yan fan face no yan mon komo obade nana pama so
papa de kase say ya show bi akoma so no yi ana de bi atobo
and efficient and you free flow Tuesday so
papa
oh obade jinaye
what another me buy obi and
free flow Tuesday Adam yanko
another me buy papa me buy I am say abia anara me last year me ba akontufo ayi so aba be kasa for bia politics
okay
je ma class ya Ghana politics no and Africa as a whole no yanti ase ne niam bi no udi akira wo se wa koma nti e better so betena ase na wa hwe de e koso
okay
because o kaka amaka adam de ayi bi sende o na alata for asofo mienu bia preach ama na toma koma so
okay
so for no anasa asoro no omo ye no enye sa asoro no efa ba bi nye o eye ku but teach the people what they have to do kire ni pare de wonye so for no ba ko preach ama na toma koma so se asoro dem a obetua tax na wontua tax e maka ayi wotua entusuo dudu na wontua tax e ma ban no it's not a said you see preaching near man country na yetim Ghana no sofofo no kwa ma soro wo muntua tax but wo mo gi ayi sent to so dudu and na soro man so ye willing to pay the to so dudu than to pay tax wo wi a ekwan no a wo fa so akwa so no se aban na emeye na ogifo ya wo kan wani hwan John the Baptist on obo Yesu osa ko jira se musa no he say ye ntwa ofofra na so ho ni aje nkon di hwan na ebaji obi hwan na so obaji obi eti politician it's time say wo mo no kan no kore say me ba na mutuatua tax me ba na mu yese dia me hwe so ye na me dia ye mpuntunuma amamo na tax no ni mpunu eniema na ombaje na afi no so wo mo nya accountable say afi we ye nya sika say ye nya say ye de abedi we ye de ye say ni ye nhunu ba sama me ba me yese wo sika da hwe ono ani sika no de beye nana kufu ado ba ya covid ba ya wonya tisiga tax ni ya toto ayimu a tax ni hwan wani okofa sika no wani ono sika da ni fia a wo de ba beye adwuma bi amagana eti we na ese ye sha ase magana fo no ana ase individuals na ehunu bi wa no ne ka no kora ne se me ba tax ni niema we se toto ye koko ebo kosoro market e wo world market a ne se nyame ya adom ne se etimi produce koko dodo de a sika ye benya ne mu no me de beye sei na wo ba ye no na wo kura no koko da unim koko dodo a ye nya wo gina platform so a wo tu be se wo ba ya koko so aforo wo be da nya sika na ye ndi amanfo wo demand na to ne bosia nju na akọba na Ghana fo ani abre he na akoma tam ebesi ne ye ka de sei ye musa se ga campus estate houses ene estate houses no sisi na so ase ene tema no ye musa se ne usisi estate house no a ene ne bo be ye pe Ghana for they don't make comparison well what is saying anakofo tam kra no usisi affordable houses or all the regions no affordable houses are kufu sisi no ene usi the same affordable houses it won't be the same. It is that time no so kwaje busia 200 million no this is affordable houses na and na me so person CBI is them get 300 million and not 400
on say obada na you started very beautifully right as to
but the person me chani say ese wo aban wo chirem and yes wo do wo bo so anase and na make say they should be accountable to us and me gwa wanum anya ade bi ho no ma ese me ba me yese se me to me ko Ghana na me ka je me krom for se mbesi hospital me sika ma pen wa ha na mpese mbesi clinic ma wo obi asika ni me sika entiende eye me duty na me make but senya sa na me se monto aba ma me wo me krom ha na me ye japade ma mo de na nya me sika dia I have to be accountable and a kwan be na me fa so ameye and na se Ghana for ya dwunu da ho ni yetimi busa politicians no because omo beto na sesem na mba meyese ono so ndiska oba na afi okobobosia na afi ye ni abre so obobosia dodo oba na okoyesi a na afi ye ka oma banyini ko fota mu ta oji yete petrol so ada petrol fo mpa aso so no wa yire so Ghana fo kan but also Ghana fo anko demonstration and the whole world will be anim se petrol bo wo so pa aso so Ghana fo there you see omo eco demonstration ye kroma demonstration wa drivers na yin mu nyina wo but they look at the welfare of people they break wo mo ye demonstration ko do time bia no ma break because wo mo dwe nipa ho say oh ye nuanom ya maame no enti no dia na ye be ye demonstration ye be up to 1 o'clock demonstration no ye be up to this time but ye kro mu dia akoye say but media me say me hu say Ghana politics no wudi a kire say obe defend obi ana wudi a kire say obe ka say ya yan kasa no yemu se ho se yate ye ho ase yente ye ho ase dia yina me send the second preacher no o Nigeria ni wo nyina Nigeria fo na sa atofo no ka no kra kira manfo wo Ghana said wo mo kan ena nye de wo mo pa wo no de beto wo ka akase no mansions wo be sisi adan a ena ko mo ka no kra ma citizens no e ba asore no both Christian and Muslim no educate amanfo a ekani pa beti e ho ase so fo no de o twa to no ka chen se o si tamwa ayi or they say Joseph adi Israel for no ho move ba ye no ode wo mo ko no so ode wo mo ko Pharaoh anim no okwa wo musa wo diploma ho musa wo certificate wo mo o musa wo bibia no obebusa wo occupation wadwuma ne sen occupation anything so for no wo chichire ne nkofo eti nya so baba beta so dem ha na ni occupation na eto makoma so hu se asore no anase yi no ayeka no enye eye kuwa entity ye obetiti nipa ama na beye papa eye esom bia ni hono mo a wo mo nkyere papa ba ye Ghana de ye som no akoye se wo de nya na ho ntino ade papa no wo kra waka hye na emom de wo be ya ama no no eho no obebo ho all the time. As time goes on, maybe you read there said the okay na on sembi on ma wo de tudwa said you obesi acheche mu tumu say so whatever it is we read there na chene beche. But you hear more education on that.
Okay.
Iti kakra meka say be kakra na say me mas on say maybe atwam na me wo radio so na me tikoe.
That's right.
But me no sometimes no anya maybe wo ho no ma we say anya na me twa wan kamado me start 7 ka me dasa no e bofa say bi ho 5:30 na ma so dem set alarm na ma prepare be 6:15 na me si for na me come adwuma. Enti we na me twa wo na sometimes me pese me tie wa me ntimi na because me da me ntimi tie program. But who say program ne be kasa said the any akwa na our people will they change, will they listen, will they take anything better out of it? No. Nyina da bia akoye asem kro no a. Enti me de kakra metimi aka ne say na de free na akuri. Ayi ne de Sundays in the na me more free because Sundays there yana Christianity or what we do on how religious will benefit us here the atene and the members so. But politics in the say no me Daniel Abronye. We suspend me kakra because me hwa ne maybe a politician no entimi nka no kora nkyere ye tete bia wo mo ba no mo problem ena nam so wo bagi akonwa na free ne yonko ho ana ne yonko ne titu ntino o kan no kora so ana kese de ho na ye vindicated ntino won kan no kora so ntino won kan no kora wase me na me de meye sei but wo ba na so akofo into the same thing no ntino ma hu say it's time say ye be hide ye feeling ni energy ni kakra on them na ye dia absorb energy ni ye dia akodi ye pardon say all the time over politicians no so na all the time the same thing na ye be hu no ntino na say free na cross me ma ayi so a enye me bo apayo but ya na me time a me de da no ni ade me twa sa but hu any difference bia say Ghana ni bi te ne ho ase wo de situation bi ekọ na madam fu bi me na kasa no ase Ghana for sorry a na wo mu kotie boy ya wote America ya oye grass nkwan ono so wo America no ase dan no esisi wo no ya no woni nam ho henye government ni sisi yo bebre ye company na Ghana no kura no kosi dan bi wadum anase kura akra na ye ne grass nkwan na fa ne magum anadwo wo be kwani akobobo ahwe na koyi wato de ye krom wo si grass nkwan na ya na ye hwa yi what say grass shows that de ne magum na ye ne grass nkwan wo be kwani ya lutu ho nyina abobo grass ni nyina enti ye hu condition ba bia ye free ni ye hu ansa ne ya compare o mu no mfiti ya no be si grass ni si ho enti no enti said the osika say ye free baby na ye den ya ye bedru ho no sana se ye fa no because Yesu kura no oba ye no still the oba na so busa say ye ntwa ofofra na say still Israel for ko wo nim say wo ma je nkwa bia bo when you go to Israel they will tell you they are waiting for Messiah. The Messiah is still not there. It will be obeba Ghana bia and he won't be a Messiah. That's what we have to know. Your baby and he will try the best. He won't be our Messiah. Ain't you know? Kakra metimi aka no. For the time being there. Na sa want me kan wo akwantufor radio. It's just a matakakra me aboy me takakra because ya na me time no me da no. Ya na ha me kakra wo. Ene me sorry no.
Ya ti ase.
Me tia me nuanu mu nyina, me tia tiefo nyina. Ofa twuma hu so aba so. Me mana ha. Say say dey enjoy wi ano ho no. Ewrade nka no.
Me
tia ofa so.
Obia ejo so pa na just a few words before I go to Ofa Kwame. But Chairman, I will say I dove my heart to Obadia pa He has now come to the realization that following a party politics makes you limited in your thinking. Age of reasoning is here. A friend say, unless I will say, age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius is here. Now, as I said earlier, no, right? The very moment your emotional attachment to a unit or a group within the whole no comes to play, no. So why here it will certainly limit your creativity and your intelligence. Now, bad yana we say, Yemubi, when we discovered this, no, we did not stop, but we went on educating ourselves to say, this is the reality, this is the situation. Say identity. We say you can't run away from it. The very moment you become emotionally attached to a unit within the whole, it will limit the love that you have for the whole. A reality. When we discovered, we didn't fall into apathy. And when they realize the help is not coming as they wanted now, they will fall in apathy. They said, I don't know, so bad and apathy was what Kotia Daka cry. Apathy. I said,
a question about
maybe I should try to answer. Why? Because I say, if I come in a band, you can answer. Why? Answer. What a chance. Why offer me back? And apathy, I say, you were expecting something to happen. Why you the obey afi mafia na afi why gym the BCB anya the bay in see apathy. It happens a lot in our body politics. But hey, me say eventually that age of reasoning, said the board chairman Ekano, that thinking capabilities now a way muno, eventually it will awaken. It will. Ebi ana wo de na bedi bia 80 years. Ana say wo de na bedi 90 years. Obi de betima di 40 years. Yemu bi no. Ye de na anche. Ebi so de be check akra. No 2 ways. Obi ara ne de. But we will continue to press on. We will continue to do what we need to do. And said ya Christopher Taka no. If one person almost what in a human yankupon above where was no many Japan, just a nipa back very, very important. Just one soul, one individual, very, very important. And your back as a fidie so na yem komodiemu yedin common, even one soul comes to this age of reasoning, comes to this awareness, it is more than enough. It is more than enough. And see, we wouldn't stop. We will carry on. But it is quite clear as to what we all need to understand. Say, when we display our emotional attachment to units or groups within the whole, it limits our thinking, it limits our intelligence, and it limits our creativity. And that is why we cannot grow as far as we want to grow as a nation. Maka, ye body mi pe no bi akoma edebe apai. Ye bo ekuobi din pe no bi akoma edebe apai. It's a display of your limited thinking. Nanka me call wafa kwame hono no wakasa. But over June, mama musa question answer na mama wafa kwame aba. Why?
Yo, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Papa. Mechia ebusiafo ni nyina. Mechi kakra me nua no wo saramten no bo ade na na oka. Menye ne nya adwene ofa bi so. And they said, what your example be say owura no wote America. I think Chini Jonas ya no ono keka glass nko ano. And me nua is saramten ka say enye aban ne sisi sa dan no. Na wo be ye bi kwasi Ghana ha. Ade be kire nkofo abewiam ne ma nyina. Madwini bi o kasa no me yam see me. E ma me nya de understand say obo ade na na. Me nyini say wote governance ase. Yenya to aba ye yi nipa bi say Kwame Kofi ya won how the president wa for mugam. You are in charge of the country, which includes security 24/7, 365 days. Glass in Kwane Siwono, the American government, federal and state government are in charge. Enti adenti na all catches we BC Ghana ha adebati ni area. Ti area dia that means there's no security in Ghana and security also is in the hands of the government of the day. Enti me pacho all catch no omnya the proper understanding and san waka. Say bia me pacho wo say be onti ase dia ma onka. Say the osika no e be nya the understand say onti amamuo ase. Say, who be see sa glass and quantity be see Kumasi in crime. Now the area, it says that the government is not providing adequate enough security in Ghana. That is state responsibility. You know, because they can't not OTS.
Okay, all right then. Perhaps you have drawn his attention to some blind spots in his submission. Don't react, respond. Don't react.
The citizens are very good not to go there. The citizens, you want to say, and yes, I confirm how women are real. And I said, yes, any panel, you are training one. Yes, so, and I'll cast you free baby, you be called baby. You ain't the one. Some near Mantis. It is as time goes on, a back a crown, you be CBS Ghana, or be a near back, chance, co. The bedroom maybe no, Saturday be Ghana, or be a new officer. Says no, or be a American dear, or be a rich crowd, but be the play, yes, it's Tibi. In the back a crown, you be CB Ghana. We'll be Ghana, we'll be see how one year who it won't call. And you know, at this particular time, you know, that time, no boy, no dear compare America, no movie, and won't be see Sadan. And you know, America for not developer to that level, for Singapore. No, you know, and yes, I want no quarter on the try and point answers about me, can see a CP or yet. But at our present time, I ain't your woman, you know who near Manison. And I'm a day example says, say, you're going to be crazy. You get people who go there, but our security is not the work. Yes, meaning the government of the day. But your security, no, and as the whole African, we can compare our security to Europeans. Ghana, BBC, and I say, I see Ghana, easy than say a besi or American, and I say besi or Europe. And you know, I don't have about the BH, mean, Cassa, the all Canadian crisis, the security is the government of the day have to provide our security, but it's from sense. Your security, and yeah, better. We are now trying to improve it, and people are understanding. Say, say, at the end, security no one, the thing will still exist. That's how we, as a young you educate yourself as a citizen. No, you who maybe you train no school, you train was sorry. Me who tanya ma we nyina organization bia ya cheche no mu ma hu se saade we e wo hono mu a without security no on say security a me ne can crown obi o anya police nye obi o e just cameras ni ni bio afen say wo Ghana kwa ye introduce the cameras be ko baby say if Ghana si ho ye ne ye fie ya na akonfo be ba ho ne ade so si fie na to me install cameras ho ma e very difficult so be ba ho it is security no e no say government na so ye say cameras ne ade but it started when since then from generation you will be see we are now improving our system intimacy but and say menim say your government and as a governance na a government say
all right then. Thank you very much, Obadanana. May you sure say what fan so we closure kakra to this. And somehow okay though. What I do was see you bye Obadia is okay. Your resignation is acceptable. No.
Me dana see me da favor dia say. Me dia no mbati me kana check kakra. We be da no me dum no na mada kakra be say 1.5 hours bi wa me pa chew. No. Ayo me ya night me point na pa ma na wo ko si ha. Camera so da so wo ton kwa ade chen ya so ba ha be die.
Mon chance. Offer. What the train, Mama Obusa question of our view. Mama Obusa question, and not say, offer quality so of a jum chamamia, why not Emma of a Kwame, some remedy to a Biansania Queen. Of a Kwame, can't say, Mr.
Alexi. Obrano, ye di hope ene bono. Enti so wabemu buya na wamani daswasa. Enti yesi situation biano say ye hopeless ekrano. E was so picky bibia ebe ma hope. Say the be ya
Adeɛ kyina sɛ wo mpɛ sɛ ɔbɛsɔre koraa ebe push you more sorry. Ghana the situation is desperate but they are hopeless. Enti fashion wa adwene wo say yebetumi ayo if we decide Obama can we can what is it yes we can
yes we can
if and when I'm the
Mate, no problem. Anya say my bamu na ebu totally, but yeah na me time of to go to work ni ade na me kwa bi ho na me dozi ni ade na mama hu se ade na akra no ameye na esa me so me dwene me de no ho wa hu na me kire no.
Oh, there we can Ghana some private affair no.
Okay, me that's it. Yeah, me that's it.
All right then. Thank you very much. Why? Thank you very much. Now, Ofakwabe.
Yes, sir.
Any officially Bamasu.
Nyaza for kasa.
I drink kesi. Sani I drink kesi.
Must have been memory na yedumo.
You na offer say bibia boko there.
Bibia boko. Emra na mi hwe baby sa wo mu ende be ko be me dey wo water logic. Fela na ka water no get enemy. You be me bia emra mi scheme.
Now how did you get to that stage? Say the obia be bia na say the obia be ke bia no you are not moved. Opani be a friend of Michael Beckwith, right? Or say he has worked on himself to get to that stage. A praise and a criticism does not change who he is. He has come to identify who and what he is, and he doesn't allow your criticisms or your praise to affect him. How did you also work on yourself to get to that stage? You say things do not get under your skin. How did you do that?
Education is here be but I said the who approach no city obi oha or person obe follow formal education na the degrees are man obi also obe choose area or person specialize no akusua na on also the abonebra even though we need titles but what in the me no the mabrabo mu ano ahyase no a me hu se ye before enema enkoyi enenti me wo fie nyina na me bu hu nkonta me tu kwan so be bu hu nkonta be nya solution eno ani se enipa mi enu yi tuntun ni efitafwe the only difference is say kwan ya use your brain no. So enti me buy no antemo a me research ni me time me invest here no me ko invest kwan ya betumi use brain no na advantages are menya wo mu no eche obi a akogbo na yi a friend is ni doctorate no ne ho ne ma because me am betumi originate ideas if flow so who pass it through thinking no you become a master of yourself na misua yes it came by itself me had this be devoted to that I was lucky to meet pioneers in thinking what Dr. Dibonubi or a British name of your friends small island he brought an more side on our origin. So now all there's a no when you pillar ever thinking and to me because a student me say no me here no but say me feel say but true level be a me to me depending on my own. And why would choose French for friend autodidact? Why would choose a dear convenient no
so
so okay who confer who could use omu near no there will be obi nyansa ɛna wo kosua nti daa no aka sɛ ɔno no wa assess wo but wa utumi eyusu wa adwene no a master sɛ enkwala ye kyerɛ wo sɛ di si ye yusu adwene no a adesua eso bɛba mfa so ama de wo mu besua bia so ebe kontem ama na ma kyerɛ sɛ information a was wo ma kwai ni nyina no na eboa wo mu so the education no say wotra ho na hwe a akoye say parrot bi a usua kasa the parrot kra de utumi maintain bi e wo ni memory mu the ye no de yi gu ho a afi de aka ne ye yire emfasu pie ni so it's time say o say ye bi kwa no ye kire kwa se de be ya yesu ye betumi aye de obia owu wiase bia tumi ayo because ni nyina itwa kwesi tire no that's all
I see ye do asipa say pam ye hu ni say whatever stage that you feel you are now, no, it did not come with a toss of a coin, right? It came out of practice, right? It came out of practice. Yo, and then a free flow Tuesday, and he will be our catching about my Ghana, and I said, we are see the Ekoswa, said Jawdi, and who say they be our Obama feeding me information. Any vaccine, they be out come information as to the Ekoswa a vaccine. You have decided to feed yourself with information that wouldn't allow you, or that will help you not to take, or give you the reason not to take the vaccine, right? In Tianaja, Usani be blaming Kakra. The opposite cano come yanko na yanko of a chum, and then just says so. Why?
Me by introduction a farmer sumuno back on effort Ghana governance.
Okay.
And ura so obeka MC once also touch Bible once how we can save ourselves because you near you who Messiah bia. So but me philosophy say there's a way. Now only say it's a we are and a problem. Into what so there will be home. Now when they say young Ghanaians and Africans, you know, and Kayenia a panon keda hoda dada, but only say me funny say so who will get padie let's say who so fast wa we try ya no be abeji everyone's them na me saka because e bia no ma Canada da broni bi babe observe yen e situation no e no ye remarks bi e da honmu wa wo pese wa access bia wo bitimi akwa access say yen society no na is self sufficient and aka say boninim because we be society mu now one person who be conform to the social system no a okodi do bi ire nom na say okobukọ kro no a wo body no e be yira
na over kwame asem wakobo suye no say me wo sad ye ni wo anti ma men kenkan na nye official no obi anti then you can carry on from there. Why?
Any
your friend no papa na o say your friend Lord Macaulay, right? He addressed the British Parliament on the 2nd of February 1835. Now say, I have traveled across the length and breadth of Africa and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country. Such high moral values, people of such caliber, that I do not think we would ever conquer this country. That we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage, and therefore I propose that we replace the old and ancient education, her culture. For if the African think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. Ofa Kwame, asem no.
Asem no nyina no. Na se mitui hu say ya krachefo no omunya access to this information because wa wo betie bia no the first thing I was ordering hu say e dey no be hunu ye a surprise wo so wa hwehwe hu na message no won ti ase na me adumo anye madum bi say ya bi na abrochira funu me na me ye say me sa kofi nti me sisa me ne makoe be kotra ho 6 years na me kotra no me nya contact with yen said ye isi dwene ene ekwan a yebu ye man enti question me buza me ho say be friend is saying sa British ni ya oko Churchill we say one system no womunya hu the better chair no that democratic system no but me be hu we no me be hu ye de no na say now when I hear to me ye much better than one there because one they are preparing a pre-power and so ye Kenyan sabu then I pay so but still ya one kwasi asem no in idi echiri until it's time so we say nyasa ye dwuma na ekwan ne say sisi tumi no ba bia kodie no koye say enkrofobia wo ma loku nipa into oka so sisa no it has become something impossible yeni ara o any ama situation no yetumi chenyi no enti until say pressure bebem said ye be ya ye besisa no anya sa ade a ekwan ya nam so no hope no in mathematical terms no we trend no a confrontation and the beba eventually because say Ghana no akoye two forces omo hoden is about the same it is omo Kenya sam mom na so omo ko ya man no be destroy no and I say so omo say big gate no e ma hoho abem hoho bia so obeba krom no oba ba hwehwe mfaso obenya do betumi awia na yakonya another type of hoho bia on oba be kuen enti say say yentumi kia ho mom na ya ma enkrofo ikwan mom be wuremu a ene for sure say enche bia omo so omo ba be body infrastructure my but eventually you be benefit omo infrastructure omo you know because encrophobia here land encrophobia the planet ima omo kra ometumi occupy baby it was just yesterday any I catch me say island be refi omo do omo ni ahwebo enti baby island bie wo anga chese omu say population ni ye weak no omu wura ho se muni mu a em say project bi dechiri but only say enye ni nyina na ihu enti se bia be memu a master ekwan bia ebetumi atete ho so okogi nipa bone besi a hwe ni yie na wanya dachi ebe ye dia ma enti yen profo a wo mo de enam edufuru be kwa so ye de o man ni tumi amo mo a wo mo ye de o mo pe no wo mo nyansa no enno enti wo mo hu de eko enti yen ye politics no e wo say abra base e wo say ye trans ni ye dwene ho say governance no e mu de ahin ni ye pe say ye the prepare ne de be pray governance ye the constitution ne be puye man ana say ye ne aye de ye be kuye nananu mu de mu ana say be hwehwe method aye busibusa nkrofo adwene ema ye de say ye the constitution ne be ya ye de aye constitution ye constitution e che say ye ntumi nsesa no because nyansa enyini nyina re nyansa enyini enti say constitution no na say bibi o we o say chinyi no a yetumi a chinyi no yankoye ni say bible aye ntumi nsesa no enti me ma dwen kakra e wo ho no
yo
that's ye magana for pines o mo chiro wa that's a encophobia my guidance ebi a yebetumi ayi constitution bi a nyansa wo mu said ye be ya atumu no enkodi nipa ba akofo nsem na afi nso de wo twa kwa no o chia yebetumi aka jesu we o chia no titene no because baby a wo tie no enye wo busu adwuma na wo ye Ghana adwuma nti ye ni a wo ya maye no ye mpa e wo si tumi nya kwa ka che o se wo re so wo si wo ye o chia no mpini a okay and then ye na asabu yen sa ku fi ni ye pefu from la ititi ano no
Ofa kwabe ye be do ase pa asema wa ken
Question time.
Ayatwum wo na dru so why enti no yeti o
Yo
Mr. Samuel so because it say ya acrophobia reservations binti
me so famra oba why enti no oba
okay
minua ya okasa asisia ya be me mabeboy ya ka me busa the question and then so wo dia wa bie kwan na mame me dia me tie ni nyina na I'm very confused me tie ni free baby o kan say English ni penny bi Winston Churchill kan sem bi say wo mamamuo no amamuo papa bia nchen no nanso wono de em say wo so be tran Ghana wo say ye de ne ye papa na ye de ne ye papa ye wa de papa wo ha de a wo sa so to aso ka say amamu a wo Ghana no ehye nipa mienu nsa MPP ne NDC wo mienu nyina ho odin ye pepepe enanso ye ntimi nsesa wo mo enti na wan kan tell me say wo princess say ye nsesa ne kwan be so ne be sesa because you are running constitution in Ghana for 30 years and you nsesa bibia wo mu and ankofo mienu so wo ho odin ye pe and a year no wo so ye am say 5 million 4 million wokabo man 10 million out of 31 million people na yet na ho for 30 years ama nkofo a MPP and DC wo me just 10-11 million na wo mo try ye konso ya ne ye dos ye te wa hwe han wan try me kwan bia na e be fa se ye be sum wo mienu ato akone enti nka me de I'm very confused wakasa bebre but wan try me bibia betimi yi sankofo no mienu afri ho and so they will never give up power voluntarily obian wa tumi kuta no onya skadi wo mu wo be jaida enti enya de ombeko won be try konso so won no minion no kasa e no anye bibi about it here for another 30 years it will still be MPP and DC so that's my worry and I'm worried
memremo
me pacho because I'm very confused
me no asem no they started doing me so research enye ne ache enti media make kra no de maye media but enye me nkwa menyansa na be body Ghana ena e wo say yinyina say subject bi a ye kambo mu ni yo no exhaust no ni yetumi nya bibi free mu se me ka say you solution a enye say pressing system you but ye nananom system anu mo di bu man na broni no be hu ye no enu na make ho asem
okay no dey jina ho ma me ye nanam I'm even more confused there because ye nanam de no ye wo asantefo de and ye wo enkranfo de and ye wo esrimfo tolo na nom de menya so say kura ye friend Ghana na Goku so no na ye nanam de ba akopɛ and ye no am di bu aman nkete ebi asante nko a wo sante hene na na say tutu ntim jakari anu nko a samre na esrimfo aso wo mo de and they say yaka o man nyina abo e friend Republic of Ghana nti ye nanam no esrimfo asante hene enzemafo asante hene nkramfo asa ebudia hen na how can enkabobu ni ho how you even more confused than the political abrofo politics, you know.
Ode mabunfu we mabunfu
maybe tell say nimi yedu ya nananom traditional rulers kwa there is confusion because government
okay the here na chirechire mu ho the here na chirechire mu ti wona wo problem o so wona wo problem enti to bo ase ne chirechire mu wan na fe wo problem no se betumi anane ama ho
because people say Sante hine ekwa of us bu asante man is different from government.
Of dream was over church room to any why one church room.
And they say a memo no the papa greasy for kind western countries in so used to be. And they say can be pamin kebi. So say o mano ubu mana nipa kebia and the mano if me trianamo because ye di nyansa and the building wo maybe the nyansa no so nyansa baako ye betumi apagya no ama aye papa enti se bia obi kanyansa asemu a obi nso tumi didi toa so na yenye nanamo de no the system no said they na structure ni city no this fundamental system and I know mo de ebuman ye wo say we are can near I can't for set up no baby I practice me who where they got this intelligence I don't know but the minimum say o here te ho na say ni bonkum any ni faso ni penny for te ho some penny for no they didn't come by themselves. And Crawford be a true and normal buy. And so might say Ghana and now go post. You. This country, Ghana, no, it was not made by Ghanaians. A British for the Bay go kusuno. Actually near Ghana. No. Na Ekayam Kwa. And coming in say bia okay as anti-for bra omu again certain military strength no more extended kingdom no that but so want me and conquer will be as want me in so and enti there be a omu kingdom no one there omu system no na ejuma so but most of the time na I say omu gigiske free omu but system no na say ye kan ho asem na system no say ohini bi na wachichiri ni kru say Ghana ni achichiri ya na ebusua na ewo kru no mu wo mo ahwehwe wo mo prempon na wokwa himfie enti Ghana different tribes no na tribes na ahwehwe wo mo penimfo a wo mo pisa wo betumi a represent wo mo na wo ko amamu fie na wo ko amamu fie a one money or you know or drinking a quanya or mino a bit clear na moon. And what would be a piano? And yes, I will papa say, and ye, and I say, because wow, coil, oh, call you a quanya or mine will be clear na moon. And Unyansano, our de babuano, any here. And yes, say, oh, papa, now dear one, we a friends institutional opposition would the answer say we tear moon. And yet that system no now or but what do I need to your present system here? The Americans are that here, your institutional opposition and your ruling body no. And say Ghana cry almost system of democracy in a two pillar no. Say president no in ya no say a parliamentary majority and it is acquire one state. They pushes no they are there only as a background picture be we need to me be until they abide on in for person we be almost me so say be balance will be to me na say ye ko ye na here and we dey any papa it is partisan democracy no media me hwehwe mu no me hu advantage bi only say me come be ato aso only say a divided society period.
Okay, all right. Enti on say of Kwame bibi and the war sa partisan politics ni mu a ma society a divided me boa
system no ne dia no dia ne say wo be divided society but the among also was say united front so
baby papa jina me say wo de me time dey Mr. Wa
okay
me nua wofa Kwame ho wo ma me understand the be free no say what Ponty holds in statement be a Winston Churchill say me nua wofa Kwame me feel say wo jina fa ko say ye traditional you know ye papa e cha abrofo de no na ye se sa na ogusu e ka de a ka bi busa the question ba ko say wonim say ena me ne ka say ahemfie bebrebe wo sika na wo free family ko wutimi ko pe ekoto na wo dedi ohene. Number 1. Number 2, nkofo pi di sika fra brotire abepre akonya bi edidi ahen e wo nkro bi so ya wo mte abrotire ya wo mte oman Ghana ha sei how good is that? And also the one wo gina traditional rule o say ye ken we say church there no na so me so far because I was convinced but me nya clearer understanding can me
opening me busao if you move it me aka roughly wage say who Ghana na say Ghana beto
me ya wo 1948 ti ba nyini say Ghana
and say me no the boss
wo 1944 I'm 74 next month me 74 years
me no the boss
right
and yanko history mo na emrante no zuntibi
there be wo can be say so alternative na there be owura wo confuse obia wo say abrotire de na enye I don't say na high therefore we are traditional you know can be say tradition you know asantifo de no ana gamanche de no ana tolo na esremu de no because you wa himfie bebre you houses the chiefs emu de ahin and aba ru Ghana nyina santi asanti ma ko wo tumi o gamanche so enkrahanko an wo tumi tolo na dagbani ahonko an tamale honko an wo tumi say you wa Ghana friend Republic of Ghana eti ahimfo bebrebe ne mu de ahin ana wo be aka omani nyina abomu ya ebeye yie. That I think is even more confusing. I tell democracy.
There be no conclusions, sir. Many conclusions, sir. And they say, me de ya umuto aka memu. The party baby yachim, the party baby yasanti. So na oka almost set up ni na ya de pro. So and in fear system no roughly ya de crow. But me can say present day I have
of a Kwame Ahoma not to form of a June.
Of
a home na there.
I'm saying kakra
now of a June. Said you okay no right? Whatever system that we had before the advent of this democracy, we have no. Whatever it was, couldn't we have? I know, say it would have its ups and downs, right? Couldn't we have worked on that to make it much better and suitable for our dear nation going forward?
Okay, yo, Mati, me that's the question. What kind of sad the mammy Tiasi say? Before say Abrofu ebe DS one, na ahim for na Ghana no a city state a kitchen. Asante 4 or say to 2 one was it asante ma only confanochi and don't go assemble that we need in cran for so we need a igbe for so we need dagomba for so no one say ya wo die enti kakra abrofu in the can up until even 1947 kra go coast na just the coastal area Accra Infantine and Zima and asante 4 kra de ye bemu during the 1900 ya asante war English for near Kotokwa, one defeat your chichi. ya santuane prempe the first and one call Seychelles. Otherwise, na kabro for no titi Elmina ni Cape Coast ni Accra nko a. Na sa the 41 baby. That's the same okra de Dagomba ya nanom no omo mamu kra. But say yaka omo nyina de abom. Enti how there is no structure be bema Dagomba for him your friend ya na no wo yendi tamale no. Woni asante hina abeka bomu any garment abeka bomu any that mean who how and na hwe tradition your inheritance asante for yedi ade matrilineary wo faase woko Volta original the opposite one di ejade wo papa ewu anade na ofa me feel say infant for crown so sa enti tradition no inheritance ni na different how and I mean me need evidence bia obi antimi tell me how I bet me aka Ghana as it present day Ghana no abom ama ya working with one tradition say inheritance wu a said the abrotre ba bia no wu a family is defined as husband, wife, and children. Full stop. Or sister, one sister. Yes, we did extended. Yeah, we crano. That is a sister ma. So we better trouble when you skate. So our sister be Ukumasia. Almost any sabi utani ya no who be do was be of funny Mr. Samolakwa. One no, we be get the money in that is how we do it. How are we going to meaning himself? I can be
you see, offer the point is. The all kind of Matthias you, but do you think, say, if we had stuck on that line now, wouldn't we have evolved into a much finer and suitable system to help us?
We have never tried that. There's no evidence say you have tried that. And what would have happened?
Okay, all right.
We have always been fragmented. Your friends say, "Tabiano, yatite tiemu obia tinibe bidi." Enti Asante 4 has always been Asante 4. Sabi Islam 4, Dagomba 4 has all been Dago, and Kra 4 have one year even Homo. Are you different from Asante 4 at there, Kwaside, any and Zema? Traditions is different. How are you going to put all these different, and then go Abia one? How so? If you say it will be a battleground in terms of even inheritance, in terms of tradition. And Crawford di Homo Augusta, near your quickly, now woman fra and Fita near nice form. As a defonso, Kwaside near Fia Comensia, I don't see a different from in Crawford. Dagomba Fonso, no in Poncoso, near Sebatakari. How are you going to put all these differences together? Say, young trust peacefully. How I don't get it. I see it has never been tried, and to say you and me, we are talking about it. And we did this, we did 2 parts, and Nakwa Kasa, before. You can't, Yanni and Cannibonimu, Nibia understand it in the Union with Fisra, as you mean, for and your politics cry. Now, and Pedifonka, Yanni for more from what they call now, you see a few Yansa and Yay. Oh, not Yan someone, yes, language you used to cry. You're very divisive, and yet, Cecia, we are Ghana, Shometi Agoglosi, Kaya Yifo, a Nipa free predominantly north and the source one they might
offer and Sunday ever quit no said you see can't see me no how would you draw the line so that you don't fall into the self-hate group and I say self-hate scenario say one kasa wo de no you hate it so much
me hate it me no I disagree me yes Santino me de be wa me inheritance kwa me pay because I don't believe that obia the war fa na identity na say me ko travel for 50 years I want me and me nyeska na me buy so de bia ye me nuanom say anso ma hwe wo mo a I dey wo mbobo me dia kra why me and me here metuma me ko ma brochure I don't know wo so me na I dey me ko pesca bro na me buy so me nuanom no keto wo mo kwa wo ensia 6 what your class o onimuma therefore when you employable me was him nyeska me my miensa 3 what is my 6 he expects me according to the traditions number 6 plus or no and he's not the only brother there are about 4 or 5 different brothers and sisters who come there are about 20 people looking up say me what kind of stupid culture is this I don't hate it. I'm calling a spade. I am very foolish. I have stupidity of the highest degree. And I tell them to their face, oh, be a bunch of it. I'm not people lazy. Me corporate. I was say, me woman says, but she doesn't move. They will come and take over my house. Yeah, me back from the same. What would you be me fear? Me papa woman was sit down. Santino town. Me cook was here. Me baby done. What why are you telling me that me support with such a culture? When I'm in Kumasi this Saturday. Because me that me sister back. Me team call me papa fee. Me need die. You are fast enough. I'm showing for me now, and you are asking me, what's about me hating? Just culture, Masa. I don't know.
All right then.
If you like.
Yate, what for coffee? You better do it. Now, Mama, I just say, Emra, I just call you by. I won't mean now, so I just say, Sweden and Swatch. Into my minty, I just say, we say, I just call you bit to imagine, so I'll come to him. I just say, Bamaso.
I guess you very for a month today.
Namia Dombo, now swear.
There's no way of a dead here. Meant to now. And I paid the Bamasa at the say, Hana Yantan in 18 hours, you see, Yama, if we a Japan say, a Jachum, and a Master. Now, I said, I'm a comment, Obadiana, no more mobi ever glass and qua, advantage there or say America, yeah, or the home for more. Was you, Mr. Bacatcher says, oh, could she say, I need you, Kumasi, and Ghana, will be betting me up with Muniama. Mr. Chum at the Breno, now, me tell about the Nana, then come, let J. should be a Bawono 60s, no. Others say, late 60s and mid 60s, you know, who be bigger crack. Why then, I said, and Chevy, about 30 years ago, yeah, I can see High Street one cry, and now could go Thompson Road. You will see UTC stores, 10 and see a glass and Kwasa near Watkins Way just 30 years ago, and now 35, 40 years ago, near Wobi. The Momiani and Musofe, the Yadi friend of Abacati, you drew on the entire to us in Yapamu. There is a miracle Jawa, a broad at the bar. Dana, when you put a boom, you know, a minimum sabre, the Diana to Kumasia. Martin is in a Quasupa. He's in the bureau, there were GNTC, there were learners. No, we now a glass and one Yaman woman when you say. It is a first time and for what I acquire. Abaning to me and I system need to be control. Independent woman or one day school near or comedy one. Not the one young chef, but one show also about Bokrono. So, no manner to be sitting to say, no cow thing, but not mobile did do. I say, we hear no die. You can listen to me now. You can listen to that who hear the Baba. Yeah, that is the obedient man. Why? Because the Papa play in we am. Now, may come anymore. Papa, I sent me a chill.
Okay.
Now they see the phobia ban. Environment, the trouble for years, living in when my I cook, I just say the sick and a home man and see it. Then see it, you know. Now you see a busra, the combi, but you better come miss. Yet you come miss, tell me the young come over it. Now, me and you can turn your work. What Mercedes walk or check any area, walk over the Nippon Numanacano. For 2 issues, and your own person of benefit, or Yasa benefit. You know, the party for me, no be and come over a crack. In fear 9 and fear 9 be an almost churches come on. Someone tower says, your foot for any son, young cut down your expenditure. It's almost a job with a cat answer. You see that, just say, go here, you bring me a one son, your child. I don't see the reason why
I said,
practice no
Petro,
wondering expenditure.
Petro, what's the matter? What's the matter? Okay, so And then I acquired the elephant in the room scenario, no, right? I said no, the the real reasons now wasn't clear. Can't was no. Na dodgy, right? Mati say, Minister of Information, or say, Yampene 11 is what Ghana Beko IMF, right? So what is awesome? You see, why don't they tell us? Said you're working, some of the savings that we can make when we cut down on some of the things that you just enumerated, right? Say, as Gracia, you feel how much money would we save? Why don't they tell us? Then just tell us to say, if we don't accept the E11 now, we'll be going to IMF. Why don't they do that to us?
And I'm sure I'm listening here. Because you see, I can't be prepared halfway. I can't be prepared halfway. A far to consumption. Tabanium for only look where say, I took a 71 from a 10-year every year. Sounds in the Chinese and I saw no yen the 1 member to a limiter. 1 member to a limiter. So, as I said, that we are here, especially Yana work with the one investment will fail. Then a brief year, more taxi and more I don't know, at the show move. Now, that's what I you. That's what I go. Because they are also being sad.
Okay.
Now, no, I'm saying will be the video will be the tool your platform also. And come and be an idea be an auto, a dear be an auto, place Mama or moi. I can see me no the Nick and Baho. Almost how many pounds and I keep to be up for Jababi. I don't know, so who will be your platform. Now, they're telling him a year before I had democracy at two. I'm not Papa, before that your democracy and shut down institutions are so stronger and only the foundation of real democracy. It's not quite as soon as you know and our airport, a young farmer the kind. It's the China in the material because all opposition parties who hears the financial party. President China for the material about the festival opposition is not the year campaign. Because one venture, what says, we near the dear goes with the war, not very rich in anything of a moment. It's over Bano, almost over Papa. Now, what sign contract here, which is one baby son with the a dream plan that then you go with one as a soon as you know. If you say, why did you see that with you? It's a case of 4 years. See a papa and a lamb there, and I have a one day. So 130 states. And it's in a China company that was played that almost democracy was a Mokono. Third world country pass or almost democracy to Africa, ne Far East, and it's now, but nothing be all African when I bet not out to me, Nippon in Alberta, which is okay, maybe the one party state, or whatever you may call it. Now, me, may the Sikana shall be mount for our phone, but when we are going to you move on Muhammad. Yes, who is who worry and out down flat to be there or the discover suicide, discover who are down to ever say, Rwanda for Kagame, they in a Sadia, Western media didn't hear any, now take the opposition, now we are there. So only God knows, embracing Gabiana Betcher, say Papa, we one channel, Kagame, one channel, that's the world. We're free on send a petrol Rwanda. Oh, it's a case of any form of before that war, my said the global economy, the financial institutions, we cannot afford democracy, this type of democracy. No. I'm why Sika ya tuegu pa wo the for South Republic sika ya tuegu abato e betima ye kwan bia wo Ghana eso ya obi na afam kaba na bia sey ni aja to the democracy obi beta so anu ne yire ne ma omo ta so di bia wo abo kwan bia to ho se dia onu wu kokura anu a yire ne ma be den e be di me amate the yile bi kwa no is the yile bi e jituma a private company can manage you. And yet I are Ghana Revenue Authority banner by it's a creating new vehicle here. I'm taking care of that yield. Can you believe it? I tell you, one idea no need and win. It's a car company forever and ever. On the cost of years. It's no who again at that Ghana company in Portimore. The cost I don't know. It's not that now come and have party. The party they move the express here too. I said that almost even prove me wrong. They cannot prove me wrong. If you agree that you are very proud.
Yo, you better was a just patron. And also, America. On also, Abon Comopa was your party in the and Yanu Bibri, Idru Honum, Achi. You can't stay in a party forever. You will certainly come out, right? The best and ideal, and say, and to say the name examples, you know, when you discover certain things that works with nature. So, no matter what truth that you hold, if that truth does not work with nature, I bet you useless, because if it must work, it must be able to work with nature. And if you discover some truth that works with nature, use it. Educate your fellows. Try and find any possible means just to get other people on board. One of the truth that works with nature, the Biameka, if you are within a whole and you use a smaller group within the whole as your reference point in your decision making, you display less intelligence. We say a natural phenomenon. A natural yen day untimi override this truth we say. And numbi ana unyebikuti second deputy ano waka ho asem. And sometimes we display this limited or low level of intelligence in diverse ways just because we have become emotionally attached to a unit, an individual, or a smaller group. So we tend to limit our love, our creativity for the whole. They are appalling. But said the mechano, eventually we will get there. We will yaben nane ubia drink kasi ne wonu mu na ye de na ye adwuma. E Jacobi, Bamaso. Beautiful. Oh, yo, that you so. Ubia Joseph.
Because of the question.
Okay, Busa.
Ghana system then you're practicing over Ghana in terms of governance.
Okay. To a question, I hope so. Busa the name, yes, sir.
That's the already a good class. So we go to the something say,
oh. Now I hear Union system now you're running on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sir.
Two systems over Ghana.
Yes, sir.
What's the system man you run Ghana?
Well, Ghana for the past 30 years, almost from who say the system no a democracy. About they beat their chest to say Ghana's democracy is growing.
All right.
Almost democracy. And they've been saying this for the past 1992.
Yeah. Now, I've got put about democracy. Rules are democracy. Democracy is to go a memo. And so now we're put about near system of democracy. Now, yeah, could be our henna also. No, I didn't could overhear you. Oh, I can't home. There are his police. So I see your committees. One more So, enti dodo amemu no abrofo no ba ni e kwa ye de na ye na ku achiri ani ata mo obeda da ye no say Ghana yes ya republic I practice a republican institution president and the vice I then assign him for the chieftaincy still I jitomo ya practice a UDR republican institutions the other is jitomo huh.
All right. Of a one beso bam kitu ebu ha. If a kwa be yankoi. Why?
Opening yeah system no your friend partisan democracy. Democracy no won be brebe bi ni ahemfofo di a o kan. So na friend is saying
from one you go to the system would have.
Oh, that could be so. Also, check him now. And
the voice, for more. Yeah, I mean,
baby, I know, baby, our freezing and I think any device and so come. And you know, of a comment was so.
Na the partisan democracy, no. The almost mere pushing my chieftaincy now, Beshan say, okay, more was certain be authority be, but governance in there, on can be. I say, I figurative, just say, almost so, but a mamu noa by itself for the day. Young woman can home. And almost was accept to almost rules, say, almost who every politician. Even though woman the hands are so, woman the that equano. Into woman, woman deny, woman accept to say, a woman can home. Let you say, woman deny, woman function.
Okay.
Because,
you, and you call me to us way.
Woman can home, you, what is sister, woman can home, and so on the hands are so. No, how does it imply? So that sister, woman can long the hands are so. Not as a ceremony. I didn't know about a ceremony.
I say government take a decision now. Say government need take a decision now. Opa no consult to omo. Opa and no consult to omo.
Yeah, I mean, me permit. We see woman can system no. As one the hands are so. But be I have full never the hands are. No cancer for. Area be aha we can't for the hands are so. Aha, no could be our nation. Globia and now so 1 year revolution as a sound system no my best democracy I your president and in the prime minister I am for no your more recognition I was tested BR not as one system no let's start one answer so then what is your president huh
opening
hello
oh say Ghana na ewo no sabi akonwa bia wo na asase broni ba ye kura no wotumi anyi saade na mfiri ho only say ono de tio broni de obeye ne say de broni beye ne say abrofo na aba wo mu asane aba Africa ena wo mu ebe sisa yadwapade enti se de ebe ya broni we won tra we hie so emma we de mu no enti no mu ye boundary enti wo mu koye boundary no French ni ntumi ma British forces so mesisa wo mu niema wo mu kotena ase ena wo mu te ase ena wo mu draw ye enti Ofe Ghana, any advocates for our border. Even though party be one party,
you're deviating. No, who deviating? You are not a man, they can't Ghana. So I think because one, I had nothing for almost I did agree. Come on, I tell you, probably you pet, I don't tell him for one side. So I think. Spain no more. One more arm power at him for the breaking. One more president or Queen and a head and a Britain, Spain, Queen in her head. So I think, and all Prime Minister. One more baby, France, over to I tell Republic. Dying for the start, I know we are on classes. They don't own any Republic to pet. And want to know. No free system, no. Opa to one dear so. Lebre parliament to hold it. So I think, if you don't kind of bandits, and Opa for 8 years, Malaysia, India independence, and just 1 year difference. Okay, 1 year independence, the pet. One family abro. One see that time know-how was very limited. Some Malaysians, no. Actually, this is one family. 1 almost 9, 10 to 12 years. Everyone go back here. You know, 1 year you pet, and now one started to see cool. Your brother is one quiet here, Tanya. Everyone cut out my list. I heard three dialects: Malay, Tamu, and Chinese. A automatic social media. A force minded social media. So I think. I didn't come more and couple more back. Gentlemen, you can man or Ghana, what is it? The party of a chumana. Good. What the two say, country, Viano, Ghana, a dialect, no God, will be out with me. I am very good at no quarry. But I've been to Britain. What we know, Casaba, because I was Scotland, you were Wales. And you want Northern Ireland. I don't want to see a Casabah. Economic factor. Qatar, man, I want to do my work. It's other places. They say, I thought I born about she, why I did the whole time, secondary schools. Why you're Northern? Huh?
Okay. All right.
I think it was why you're Northern. You know, the best year, economic factor, I can't form them. If you know, if you need one bar, then you see your best year, Casazo, as you might. So, Naka Cadia, for me, Lingua Franca, I'm against it. So, 42 bees now, Casa. So, I'm against it. It is one more, but no, yeah, yes. So, about the second, it is a Casano, and some of you are in second. Let's just say a barn.
Okay, you, and Jacobi. And you're never one is Mammy. Why? Young Cooney, I don't know.
France, you were Corsica for war, you were Britain, you were Azar. As well, you have French. Because there are no French, you know. I want an economy here. It is a either one more piano. So, I will see a castle, a mood, I know when you're one dialect, one language, breaking one language, English, France, Alba, France, that's what I said, you're different tribes to me, they can't.
Okay. Yes, that's a pa. Thank you. Thank you very much. Offer a Jacobi, and so Eddie, no. Mary Anwaka, and so Kakra. It was almost waiting as watch it, Intino. Mamma call offer what you are. Offer B.
Papa Moho.
Aha, was my who's also so you there around. Any Bamaso.
I'll be cassia, me there around for
any Mr. Kabia Sana Yako Vogan and Nanesicaso. Why?
You. Naneska over in Boga already a fine part. Say, O Mansa, Chirama, Mia Mompire Momoa, Ombacot so many animal cora, Ombaco say ya. Giddy.
Ah, I don't know, Casa.
I saw more a queen in my own background, and a two of me bomb pie now on Cron Paul or Casacre a apostle for Christ. Sound Cron never catch them say, now who baby a line it down. Ain't you know, say, see, and who say, yes, no, who papa. Why you are body and Jordan or Nana Scavaco? So the car for you to do, and I didn't kitty didn't call. ɛna esi a ɔde ɛyi so aba ewiase paa mo ewiase de
ɛyɛ yesu na de ɔmo kɔ nyɛ saa
saa na ɛsɛ meka
okay interpretation you want to put to it said it will make wo the one no look better no saa na apɛ sɛ ɔyɛ no me boy
na saa deɛ no obi aka ne deɛ
na okay alright ɛno ano obi aka ne deɛ nti wo so ka deɛ bi ɛkɔ alright
ɛna me yɛrɛ saa ho bi but we deɛ wo sɛ baako ne yɛse ma no nkɔ we yɛbɛma no akɔ na ayi platform no anasɛ Ghanafoɔ atumi atensɛm dɛ ɛyɛ sɛ mede kɔfa no hwane ayi but ɛyɛ na also oka nsɛm paa ne wosɛm no na metie na emu odu ɛne nkurɔfoɔ no message na ɔmo send na emu odu say sometimes no Ghana ɛm sɛ majority no ɛnyɛ ɛhankoa ne ayi majority no bebree yɛn nyinaa ɛka ho yɛde adwene ne yɛmfa yɛadwene yɛde akoma ne kɔdi yɛn mpanyinfoɔ n'akyi enti no sɛ yɛkɔyɛ saa nɔɔma no a sɛ ɛyɛ asɔre o sɛ ɛyɛ dan o ɛyɛ bibia o yɛde akoma ne di akyiri
yɛmfa adwene nka ho
enti no saa even though yɛ ɛwɔ Europe ano kora bebree no aborɔfo no mo yɛ nyinaa yɛde akoma ne ta akyiri yɛhu ne sɛ aborɔfo no bibiaa no ɛyɛ perfect free baby na perfect no so free soro na ba ɛyɛ ɔmo ana yɛ nie ɔmo yɛ nipa sɛ yɛn a ɔmo yisu ɔmo adwen ɛna ɔmo se yɛmfa we nto ha yenye we oba na obɛka asɛm na bia memfa sɛ woyɛ papa yɛ obɛka sɛ na me no nyinaa fira asante yɛ asantefo na obɛka abrɔfo na asɛm na meka no no sɛ wasɛm ne mfa kwan mu a ɔmfa ho sɛ no yɛ asante me obɛkɔ akɔsopoto ebia achimni ebia ne de na fa kwan ma bɛboa but yɛ de ne anya saa yakɔ ne sɛ me no wo ko ba ko me no yɛ asɔre me no yɛ kristofo de kristo ni ka asɛm we de sɛ me sopoto no me ne no wo wiase de wiasefo ka asɛm we no ɛsɛ sɛ de no ɛyɛ ɔno ankasa ni mu no me sɛ ɛyɛ o enti sɛ ɔkwa na de no ni nipa na tini mu no honhom na tini mu no ɛwira ho a afei na wakɔpem e problem no na sɛ ɛba saa na wobɛnsɛ wɔse ma ba mabu ma free ha ma yɛsɛ me kɔsi ɛnoma ɛkɔ so wɔ yɛ man ni mu a nipa yɛbɔ akyire gidigidi na kwabran de sɛ ɔno ayɛ ɔya na Paul consider no kakra ɛnkyɛ ɔbɛkɔ mɛka kyerɛ Paul sɛ onya no na ɔnkɔ bi obedi akyire akɔ obegya politics yeah ɔman na ɛkɔ so no ɛnoma ɛwɔ mu no ha dwen wodi hwɛ sɛ yɛ saa yɛ budget ya ɔmo de yi concept ɔmo kɔba ha na ɔmo kɔba ha gidigidi na ɔmo kan nyinaa no sɛ tembia maka kan ha bed ye ho ene na metie finance minister na metie we na ɔmo ka asɛm bia papa wodwene ho a wobɛka sɛ ɔmo hu ni sɛ yɛ agimi fo sɛ tembia meka no finance minister sɛ yɛ gyae na sɛ ɔmo gye levy no 1.7% na ɔmo bɛ kreti enyuma ma nipa 11 million 6.something billion na ebe gino ebe kreti na wo se obi kura ka se article 70 something holders no any S gracia no ke ntwam ne yi even though ye omudi ye ntimi nchi omudi ne physical wo se S gracia de ho omo ye den ombetro ne ahu article 70 something for 72 73 74 for engrofoi edie no omo ntro omo di eno so kra nkoda baabi de ya ni tua se omo di sika na omo di aba public ma auditor general hu no eno nko ano 6 billion ya omo pay 2 years na omo di benya sika no just 1 year ya hye no kwa eno antime nkreti adwuma amani pa 11 million by 6 billion na no ya half of sa sika no eba be kreti adwuma amani pa 11 million nipa ka asem we kira papa wan kasa odi wa fahwa di asem na o ka kira o ka kira so odi adwene da otim no ebi nim ebinim enti no chenchena oba be different chenchena obedi nachi ogina obedi nachi na obi aye example na nipa na oye example ewo ayi wo se ho na e post bi obi ye example ho na nipa no so ye na oka no na mene ne ya adwen kakra de ne mpo no de consider no kire se babu ye se
nsɛm na meka deɛ sɛ dɔɔso kakra o
Joe Biden no se sen o se ono de one promise
no wo kotie second deputy assembly right no wo ka wo se o emra na Donald Trump ekono na yeto petrol 189 right na second deputy ka na enenu se na yeto petrol ewo America na owie transa says like the second deputy I said be our auntie and no aba no respond fine now or say said you what marriage of convenience no you comparison of convenience and so right we choose when and how we want to compare now opesu obusa second deputy say na wa ba obi ya no enye bia Joe Biden ejina platform so ye petrol mutumito Joe Biden sadia ene wom yehu na yes waje atum say ene obetimi dia compare because if you don't use that as politics na say oba na say eko said ye was eko no problem but when you use it as a political tool na oba na manfo refer wa na say person who condemn Ghana for omo yes sadia na first condemn the person who used that as a political tool and then go on to why yes na say your emotional attachment to an individual or a political party is limiting your intelligence. That is what the person said.
Okay. Now and I'm not make us say sometimes na second deputy me penasem am person obeko sa tangent but be obense na okọ say me hu ni Facebook no ne nkro for personals wa sa comparison ya kwekwe even though me no say papa ya
papa met me e jabo edi de met me yi na no ansa na wakọ ni because oni de futu na me say dawson e jabo edi asama papa kan say na na do asemi ma me momodin entene e ho no mo no na yenko yenim sama na ka say petrol mo ti meter so hu sa time no na around Ghana nyina Cote d'Ivoire Togo no mo ne say na me nyina no hu na crude oil ne ton $42 per hour per a barrel ena Malam John say ewi ase afa na nyina ya tete so am obia tete petrol do am obia ho tono enti ebe ya nka Malam ti so kakra na nka Ghana for to na se da bi ma yenya sa ne to honom na se ye tum na se kosoro a ye de sa scanner ye tete ne ye de kushi ye ho asama Malam John kind no aka 2 days ama Malam John Krafi akonya so no e no san 11% san kan so be chon enti ne man na ye se ye contest no be bi se
meba enti nana ko gina simpie so kan petrol no mutimi to no eye after time be na wakansa mebe na wakansa asem no when did he say that?
Okay, 2015. 2015 na crude oil na ba all the way to $32 per barrel no. And okay sa asem no. Sa asem no okay 32 no. And then cent per barrel. Enti yemfa petrol enya politics what you man is that what you trying to tell us? There be just adebia
the question is no yemfa petrol enya politics what you man Ghana mu ana
me say omo de petrol dey politics
okay all right any home so you drew wa mo afasa
you say dey politics
okay
and me no be to be any say be a Trump time be am turn 116 na $4 na ma ko nyo say be a Trump wo no dey be
okay all right then
yes I say
what home so answer home so why home so ati
home so year 2016 we are no hwe crude oil ne bo ene ne bo ene 2016 se ne ne ton wo ba na wa yesa analysis ni nyina mai me pese me ko na wo ya koya ben ajamansa oba se we ton ene Ghana no ma wo ho nyina kufa adoton ni nyina Ghana no ma nyina ya patru ya wo kan waton get fan waton ni nyina waton ni nyina because odi kosika ma waton no eno na sankrofobia ya asesi a China fo abefo mo airport ekono na meme dia kura no sankana na bai na patru dia tono 100,000 ena Kumasi to Accra ayet say New York to baby out na anka mini problem enti say we comparison na ya no why sano ma nipa wo si yamo ya bosu oh ya ho kire ye nya sa 6,000 and the yomoka no ye nya 6 billion na e be ko epic within 1 month one hand place who are playing into equal 14,000 per hour within 1 month sika na na ko din said 1 week o so be din wo ukuro ni mo hono say sika no ko akura no timi yi from ejoso to Kumasi edwa kwan ni nyina akọ enti no kura yetimu a ade chi bia light adum amotumfo light adum ema na nyame de otwe ni paka wo ye no papa wo a we minister of energy no wo ko otumfo no ho na light adum na wo na se kedum ye na ofa ade bia ye ni na ode to na no mu na pa na ko ya na nka kama na sipreko wo enti wo de kro we kwa akototo America ho wo mo tax ho by ba se yemfa development so toto ho a no ma ba kire se o ye nyanyini ye de wa kire papa we de ka you said a job body candidate ka 4 years kan man kro for di go ma no mo mu ye de ka Ghana fo nyina asa ho ye pa mo sa kofo no e ma wo ba ye no enti wo ba na wo sa ba ye the same thing na ba bia wo nya ni ye ni ye koka na wo de kokompe obi ono what transit a program and normal program one can so account. Who's an obi kase na ye democracy yam na nanom no mano ye transit ye ya nkebe ye but who's a yentiasi because more program ye na free tete but say ye transit and ye dream who class oh and ye Asante region nyina Asante hini di baako owi aga macha be di baako owi we be di ba kanokra no keye. And two, apart from Asante region.
Afabadi, obi abu ahoma no so.
Apart from Asante regions na kani nyina no traps ne doso na wo. Kasa ne doso, but omo manage omo ho. Even though Asante region kura yesa wa busua different omo di nkonwa no, but omo transe adwen ho se we di na duru wesu, anu nyina democracy a ye no ne ye yusu. Na before no na de asumdwe brain we dia na we duru wesu we dia na we ye chama ne so obi aso but nkrofo we ba ya omo de mbebo mu cream ya nso ya nhwehwe mu ahuna ye fa ye no eno anu se ye di akiri na edi enya obi fa no afọ ne na busia nko a no mo be dia o ka bibia so onpre we fa no no so the same thing enti wan kasa wajina ho akasa yanti patro so monti patro so patro mutibito 2016 na ye tono 80 per barrel sesen enne yesen patro no mutimito wa be kasa ansem we nyina na eduru so a afe na obi ba be kire yese yatomu America yenim se yatomu America se wo fa kwan ba akoso se wo kwa America ne Europe minim ho de but Europe a se mituka na mekwa minya see outside corona car ni nyina adane automatic because una change ko to fefa na sesa un change bi me wakutu eti say ni pa wo je me taxa mi nsu ho enti minua tax na ye ka na wo de abe compressor ha omoji tax na omfa nko da hotel omoji tax na omfa nko han plane si ho omoji to na omfa nko tua mato enti adwo broni to na ya ji a
Papa we do o de NFS wa na mfe o ya tie si gotem
mama fesi say baby ade no ko e ba sa na what yes in futu kwa no so
Maybe I'll do scenario. What? Thank you very much. Right. Bobo. Bobo, the question be about. Me call him once, but later. Mema Nanasika and Vogan Abem. And Sana question or directed to Yempenny from you know and no more has a Kofi Chumberry man of a Kwame. And you are no munich Casavi, I'm a Bobo questioner. Second deputy, over Casapa and over Casapa, because we'll be the question Yairo. Nanasika, you to whom you uncle Bamaso. Papa. Beautiful. Any Saboko dear. Papa Boko. Saka was sending me. Who say a Hana dear Necoswa, Hasaka me. Who say dear Necoswa? Papa, I had a Kenyan assassin. Commune. That's right. Any Kenyan assassin. Okay. Good one. This one with you. Good one there. You, Afi, Yanko, Nekanyan assassin. Why? Yo, Papa. Mamma Koya was Namin Checha at your phone, Papa. More of a body, more of a number, more of a body name, more of a cobra. Papa, I didn't see more than the more munina. And I'm more for your giant Michiapa. Papa Jacobi, so what? Fa, Michiapa. Papa, it's you, Coso. Ghana, what Papa, Ghana, what drink tea, you die and that. In time, say, Papa, you will be anything, it will be you. You will be and so no. Yes, I died, yeah. A better of video, so be a don't feel no near T.D. Coso. Ni na a Ghana Hondo. No man of the funny to my pay fra. Now, Papa said it in Chima and your day, Emre. Said a year, bro, Brabon, and per se a master bresser. That's a day, I need imagine I said Ghana. Be Ghana, ye, Chiba Senior day, or Mumre. Papa, anything. Papa, you see, Fourth Republic in a band being wobble business in a neck for a band. Papa, I said they do it. Let me look into it. Yes, okay, all right. Koso, addressed. Papa, you can be said. He who much is given, much is expected. Bitia be bana na kufuado e de Ghana fuodin akobono me pacho mpuntu nyuma ben anase mfaso papa ben na Ghana fuo timamofo enya oho wasama kind Luke chapter 12 verse 48 why yo send you the by adwuma me boa but on your Bible new page you book no need don't get him wrong or say Bible no baby wo ho no a nyansasem wo mo de ye adwuma sa na waka nye se onyi ni na book me tio na nasika twen wo gi book adi say ensem wo book nim na ahwe so obetim de adwuma na book no de wo gi adi say book no ye de etimi je nkwa say wo ko wu sesi a book no betim aje nkwa and some na woman now the year Juma was would you book it. That's a conversation come here. Papa, just ordinary book, but maybe I can't say. To us, Mr. A mechanic to even to to us. Papa, a dear punto Numa Bang, and I say, Sir, Bissimilar Ben and Neku for Boy, or the Ghana, then or the Ayamana Ghana for you, who said, a swabani, near Tiedi. Yeah, won't be bizarre. It's not some of us, and we keep on talking. Yeah, China, yes, in your Mabiso. Say, you say, Nanny, you can't yet. And to share not to New Maya, and also, Omra Kum. Neti kwa pai. Tebi, yenti chiro mind sa. Papa, democracy ya yeken. Papa, democracy, enye biya na brofi practice all over the world. Emsa bazefa, including do practice democracy, including Malaysia, ye no minaji independence yenche ye. Ene South Korea then asifo yina. Emsa the same independence. Or the same anche. Emsa difference no.
the same democracy and our practice. And if that is the case, na so mo de ni koye na se ndie ni nkoya o si ebisi e ho sa adentia efi se papa ye mpanifo no o mo ti mo ye den o mo ndwere timamofo ho o mo ndwere hiafo ho na nkente saa eye den na papa o mampani yare na be de che yare speaker of parliament yalia no matter plain no ma ba no ne no ma be show mo yare na me nana me ma me ya kunu adu a oteja ache pram so de papa one de yade bo na on tran ko ja ache pram so hospital no nko ana uko kan na buza sa question we ya yes woni nso ade me ni nso ade sen me ni nso ade anything adena ye o Ghana na enua twe ye hu nyina ahia na yetimi tran amabofo timi betwetwe ye nua nyina de bo mu krom na yetima mufo no ye manu ko school o mote form o munya nkunya kwa antena so aden bibi sesa question wo ya we maye bone aden ye tisika so nenso sabe ye pa ye hu pokwa ye hu ya semu aden in the 21st century, age of knowing, age of Aquarius, na sabe ukwa eastern region na nekufuado baby and nchifra emwa any nipa nyina no musuo bom aden
na sa asem na no kre
papa I'm telling you
Baje no kre wa metegana
okay
papa
sabia ne friend say sa baby a wo ga say ho no kre friend say area ne friend say
enye eastern kwa baby
I saw no boy eastern. That is why I want to find out if eastern is the name.
Papa,
eastern.
Your friend
okay, all right.
Our eastern region. In documentary.
Papa. Papa.
Yeah.
Papa. Naneska. Say, who we are human say, o say, o den draw me.
Kwabna tie enti se baby a o kan enye no kra na wa kire ne se o enti mbusa ne se eye no kra no enti no baby a wo nim se
papa e dia no fa se ka kra na e me nwanwa ne se wo se ne ma be page a che pram so na ja che pram so no so sisiri wa ben no na sisiri wa de baby a ja che pram so wo no eye isi reading
okay I see siga esisi wa foforo na o kan
na Ghana nko na ho no eastern region kwa ne baby a wa efre kro bi esisi wa na Ashanti region kwa
Dabi once kwabra cheme ko kan say eastern region baby wo ho na do baby a wo free right beautiful emwa ene enipa enum nsu na mse sa asem no no kre ana ase ana mse bobia ne din ana wo bo say sisiri wa ase den die ana o mo kire say enye eastern region kwabna kire say sabia wo bo enye eastern but me pese me hu say I'm not closing the docket. I just want to find out say is there another sisiri wa ewo eastern region a wo kan ho asem wa that's what I want to find out.
If I show you
Saon.
Me patrol you.
Yeah, okay. Your opinion for how much?
Mega go pass say okay say you can east region Gaza or you pass you. If you na be ekuafe mo baby. Go pass it. That's right.
Papa anya hon kwa oko northern part of Ghana as well. We have the same problem there. We have the same problem. Nipa ne mo na nsuo ne 21st century. Reho. And you money be papa boni beka is an eyesore. You can't believe say this is 21st century. Sebi or manya or boade yankopon te so di bibia dum ye kwa. Nanso jimintino ye hu so hwe. Nya tutu bibia ase anyhow.
Okay.
Ya tutu bibia ase. Areho.
Siga na fasi why?
mede masemisi no de bi ewi ase adri a se computer age away na Nekufu Addo ene Bawumia o man kasa e de man no awanwre ama this time de enwre na wo mo senka Addo no do enwre senka enwo ba si ade enwre na wo mo omo kan na afehye omo out ni abo mu tape a kire omo who can we papa until this time the end time obi am fe nipa se enwa biem o ye ntena ho at trust them no na Nekufu Addo ne Bawumia o senka ye chi omo kratum because omo twanto bebre a kire Ghana for papa
okay
me de besia mam
and one no thank you very much ye be that's pa Morgan also bre what bamaso Morgan
adwen kese
good one there na me ye nyu obi a wo ba me nda o ntino misra wa ye chocolate ni ready why
okay no only problem
yen ready me hia chocolate ko bobo bre me miensa me hu de ya say 2 hours na asa so on the density
2 hours cry there no
and Morgan boy nkomo party boy nkomo
the topic nangasa ni ne
oh this is ebna na ya na nke free flow Tuesday oh na yem komodie no democracy hu nsema ya debe abewuram ana just as I started no onia bi a wokotie second deputy asim bi na opese second deputy eklema no no say it is based on comparison of convenience, right? On the they become truthful only when it is convenient to them, right? People do things only.
But one I can't ask them. Na me da na sepa.
So,
as any fan no nim say na me ne kwabena e be kan second deputy e be kun sa ntokwa.
Oh, mo be George ana mo be kun mu dey.
Yeah, be kun sa ntokwa because I see second deputy as an intellectual person, and sometimes when he does certain arguments, I know I confused. I am because I don't expect him say despite his political affiliations, arguments, what a crowd, no person still out join any party,
Well, drawn attention to blind spot to be maybe he's not looking at, right? Said
so as I was saying, baby and but this very Sunday, second deputy argument on a totally different topic. And I made a Nekufu Addo call example keke. Minya mane was asem no ho me kokan ye no. And you see, I am me one because asem na ye kan no. Yeah, the nipa
wait, point up.
Mama, Emma, on Tias near Uncle and Zamu. Who's a Sunday program? No, and your political dism. No reference here, not the Nekufu Addo because Boga, I didn't know Uni and on Chinese cancer my year can.
There's a very thin line between politics and religion.
My Bible
no kind spiritual book, political book, man.
Okay, all right then. Let me say we're down to your interpretation
and the Bible.
Okay, so
when I'm making my references now, the political affiliation was because you sympathize with the people. The moment I mentioned the Nekufu Addo now, was started defending now on TSS Mako Bosso cry. So I don't know what's the crash and net brother modest topic we have. And it's very unfortunate. You see, in as much as we belong to individual parties or whatever unions we belong to, the truth must always be looked out for. Say enne nipa no jina benkum no asema work no just by the fact that only benkum ho but asema work no ye no cry I was say you just let it slide because sometimes okokebia na akoye say umum na wo betray o nkrofo but to just jump in na akoye say also sympathizing and say how na me word I mean sometimes it doesn't help. So we must as a people I think say despite our attachments to whatever groups or religions we are, when something is being said or something is being discussed, and it doesn't favor whatever affiliations you have, despite the fact that it doesn't favor them and it's true, you must admit it's true. It wouldn't take any credit from you. On Sunday, on that same topic, Mr. Wafa Kwame was agreeing with me on a lot of topics, though we were debating on a totally different angle. And no interest or no what the belief system assessor coming home all of a sudden. But at least for that particular point I was making, he believes that is true, yes, and he carry on, sir. But be more there just because they are there, which shouldn't be so. I believe that is why we are where we are. When people like Eja Samba, Papa Smiley, Eja Mensa, first time I heard people heckling him. Later on the show, I was rather the one who was trying to calm the people who were heckling him down. But later I realized that just by virtue of the political affiliation, as only a no crack or say a no crack. And you see, such people you can't then now try to reason with, because almost white crowd almost say black, almost red or say yellow, just because of the political affiliations. And we have been here who are politics. Alan Bagbe today is in Dubai, also still on the taxpayers' money. When the Kufuor was doing it, yes, he did this, mechanic pay, he did it. Yes, me NDC did na me did. But Alan Bagbe so ye. Honestly, Jimmy 70 bia. The last time I said, African leaders in particular, they abandon them from traveling to any Western world because they don't think. They are very, 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 very foolish. And they don't want to be told they are foolish. Because if you have everything and don't know what you have, I think that is folly.
All right, thank you very much. So I would see, come on. The Amaye. Yensie Bobo asema wa de bae no na afi menko ofa Kofi ene ofa Kwame and so eso. Yentie.
Yes, Mr. Papa Smiley. Papa Udenka made a question be a ma panel, especially a ja mine or Casafi France no. And Mr. Kwame. Wadaru Mompanifo, you see, will be no bitre. The better money question on a mammy kakra. Say the bear Ubusa question be say, how do we evolve? In the end, this is one of the underlying problems. Papa, my question in here. Me say, how many paramount chiefs do we have in Ghana today? And Omonsa Mami say, how many cases do we have involving paramount chiefs in Ghana today? Is it a guide for a lessons we must consider to evolve? May I say, Papa?
All right. Thank you very much, Bobo. Mamenko ofa Kwame Honume. On shall see we are now ofa Kofi Chumbere Makakra then Yako second deputy. Ofa Kwame. But also Bobo.
No.
Okay, all right then. And yeah, young koi.
Em say minimal kasa no minya bogo kakrenti some Americano wha na Milan no break here. Inti betumi antoaso. Actually ya na metumi ya masaba bank. Question na crunch no busa no. Nupeni mini answer.
Okay.
Mini statistics no na mini answer. So but se wo betumi a chechire mu ya eno no de headam fa amamu ho asem bibiti se ekwa bi a me propose no wen mu membi so mo ye miensa so mo ye du, it doesn't change anything. Nti eno de wo betumi abechire why so busa asasem no a bia metumi aboa kakra.
Okay, all right then. Any mientie ofa Kofi bia na ono de bia o answer kakra at the mabuba. Why? Over June.
Yes, sir.
So to what fast bobo. Okay, all right, no problem. No problem. Mama Samu. Why? I'm Samu. Why? Niti.
Yes, Mr. Papa Smiley. Papa Wodenka made a question be a ma panel, especially a ja mine or Casafi France, no. And Mr. Kwame. Or that room on Penifo. Yes, it will be no beachy. The person who question on a mammy kakra. Say the bear Ubusa question be say, how do we evolve? In the end, this is one of the underlying problems. Papa, my question in here. Omun me say, how many paramount chiefs do we have in Ghana today? And Omun Sama me say, how many cases do we have involving paramount chiefs in Ghana today? Is it a guide for a lessons we must consider to evolve? That's it, Papa.
All right then. What for you?
Okay. Yeah, my question it's in two parts. First of all, how many paramount chiefs are there do we have in Ghana? Seriously, so I don't have an answer. Two, the second part of how many cases are in courts involving paramount chiefs? Yes, I know. Mean to be a specific number, but I mean said there are several cases pending in the High Court of Ghana. Chieftaincy cases, and it's quite a lot of them. Yeah. Enti menya so se metimi abono. Said the minia penino a kind so. Say ebia onu ni mo bie kwani mo man na fi yehu larger picture na ke nyere timi debate. But the numbers no pay how many paramount is our Ghana no. Minia ba kono ka so woni. Mikro asusu minim because enya me interest area. Yeah. Me said the same on a daily basis. Me for some say me can be a meeting and so enye papa.
Okay.
Onu mo moare. Na ibia kwanu bia na aye bia ni na se fa Ghana wo de e hon de e betumi akabi. Na the specific numbers are open. I'm sorry. Mentimi am menya no amano. Why?
Well, I'm say as per what I'm reading here now, in accordance with Article 271 of the 1992 Constitution and Section 1 of the Chieftaincy Act 759, National House of Chiefs consists of 5 paramount chiefs from each region selected by the Regional House of Chiefs, right? That is on the surface of the pin sheet, and I think that is what I'm seeing here. Maybe I'll delve in deeper, and then we can see the number of paramount chiefs that we have to the Nabobu episode. Why?
You're right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Obaba. Why? Obaba.
Be a debate.
Bobo will come back into the ministry. Why?
Okay, fair enough.
Now, Afi, young call second deputy, Honor. Second deputy. Afi dear, officially, Yamu Akwaba. What it?
Papa, me Johnson, I'm saying, na a fairness, na me you na me na masem daba maso. So say ya, my mama dey akwa catch. That me nipa dey amemu an. Me never ha na ja oba bi fi Birmingham. E na wa be ware dey na kwatena jo le adwen han go amemu an. A men say den di na so machi no mary mu an.
Yanko what yanko na fi we boy nkomo kakra why
Papa
yes it's you
Papa ana onza minu abogan me penase mpazo hu so say bia e bia mfanse bia topic bi ho ne bia ye ka topic bi ho asem ne bia baka so me ye nkwa ha na ukọ ha bia be chi asem no eno na san de ekwa so wabo edini mienu miensa na mse bogan ebe ya yin focus o be bia ye wi ena be ba mimu kwa ne buza bogan na we de oka no kre ma wi de mimu sa o wato abama na na do da se de oka no me nye bi kura da so hu eni se oka sa na se de bia de onipa na reference na kwa se ade ekitwe bi ho no ma se won pengine ye mfa no nto nchen eno je se mi defend onipa no papa se de bia maka wa fidie se de bia mi defend Ghana mi defend nipa said they be a political party said they be almost quabla there be so but the oh honey say idea ba ko honey say so idea be a obemu say be a me other side of nkrofo se bi eje buadi no be fight against bi ya no at the end of the day no mo se no na boa Ghana e di Ghana ko nanim examples be free wo ho so hu you bet am examples be free wo ho and no say abayo bi a Ghana for nyina celebrating so akọ hwan no ayi papa the story behind abayo anasem no na be hwe ni nyina no bo se ni nyina fi ado premier ya na dawroma ene na amanfo celebrate sa abayo so hu enti ne ma bi ba na se bi a defend ni nya se bi a me defend aba me defend Ghana because se bi nipa na motawo machi no enya se bi amfa se bi a yana na Kwame Nkrumah CPP gwa ne bi asa o makotena ba bi de daada na o mo ma enti ne ma bi wantimi nye comparison emfa nka ho so hu be mo de ne na nsan ya na mu fi ha so hu enti ne ma bi ba na mo kana obi ka so da bi enti sa ene je se wo defend papa se bi a memfa ba bi avoga na owo manprobi side ho no baba na park bi da ho na ho na nipa bebre se bi a player we fairness Steven Apia no ne ade nyina mo balls papa okwa te ansa na be ba no se wade bi fairness city se bi yen defenders you be ba de bi na yesre so awro so hu sa park no be bi a odi etwa be ba papa ene manprobi e ona na be bo gan ko no ko park no on kan kire Ghana for ne mo tinya se park no anda onu papa no mpe na se no senate anaju midnight ko betimi abobo park no so amana yi papa enema wo ho a ye ya esi ehu Ghana no ba bi e fiba ene ba bi a ye ko so hu tenema bi ba nyese bi ani nyina na abeka so me de me wo ha ne me wo ha papa sa parliamentarians ena me kan o sa video na minipa no be comment ya na o kan ho asemi so hu papa politicians no mo Ghana na eba MP4 na omo hu se omo to aba wo Ghana no omo adwen nya adwuma omo hwe hu se omo adwen nya adwuma because se ko ha ahafo baba be didi e ko ha ahafo baba be didi papa nansen ya na you say $100,000 bi omo nkoje papa o te se omo ko ntokwa papa o te se ye didi wo hu obi a nye didi omo ye ne kode na obi aje ne 100,000 omo de koy bedu de be boa Ghana for no so de a na dane ma obi apesi oyi ni hu so no ne o muscles papa sa na o man na se ebu na ni eye mo de na eye yi no ena na de bia mo ka mo bom si o ena yi president mama wasisi hospital ena why say so wasisi hospital na nka abamba be e ka ho de a adaji na ko amfa nya example say de na nka ebo gan kan na nka ne ho dodo nu wan kosa hospital man kosa no ho yare ba be ka se bia me ma ko ka se bia o bi ofori ata be se ko yin no kwa bene defend ya me defend here because me nimsa wo be de chance a etimi me kan je se wo do bi ye ntino me ko kan na ti na wo ba papa wo be de chance a me nim ni obetimi aye papa Ghana ajabu edi se fairness o ma tun bibia papa he abrofo so hu entina me pe o ma asem no o mu bi o mo ha bia no akoye credit asem get fine o se ya ton Saudi ade ekosia wo akwaji sika kwaye ade a wo hwe basis ne sai niema no na hwe de betimi aboa entina na ajabu ade no ba o me Ghana ko na chi no papa ma me chiro get fund de se bia ye ma contract se bia wakwaje contract so bia be si e blog ba ko a okwa o mo pay contract no per $1 rate and the amount abari ni score de be maun eju bo so be ta no na dollar ne be du ba bi no na dollar ne bia ne nam $6 o je contract ne bia dollar no be $4 ye be wie na be kwa kwagigi scan e be ba no na get fund scan e na na si etua ne bia be $4 no papa ye be wie no na price na double e ho na be ti man for corruption abam we na we ni se no get fund ya kwagigi scan bu me da ho so so ye e dan we na wo ya ye tua wo ka ye dan ni wie asembie ne papa una ye economics we na o se o chirichiri mo kire ajabu edi no ti ase so ye woni ma bi wa betimi aye aboka double wa betimi afa adwen kase kwan so nyansa kwan so aye a o moka ye wa papa de bi ye credit card e bi abe 36% ne 1% no sana ke pe na ke pe sa so ba wo ye disibe bi se de be ma ho ato wo ba bi sana mamu ni ibu no enye ajabu edinim die ya papa oba mfutuo nkwa kwa kapom se who defend aban papa me defend aban o me defend Ghana send this ne betimi aye ma Ghana yi defend aban ofa jaisa aban na me defend aban
o was it you see was it when defend aban who so defend aban o dey foul there what you say ono dey was when defend aban What kind of plain actual into no deputy koso you
oko video ya ko ebe comment yo ya me say ewie omu wi omu budget ni nyina na yem fa the consideration mu odin pa no enko parliament papa parliament wono opposition for na ho no enya ban club for the go papa minifende amayun na yen kro no ya ye na bibia ma politicians no ehun say ye de ye kakọ ha say na be nti no ma take advantage ena omuni kwan obefa so make kamanfo ti abom na me say me want me committee because me hwe ni di metimi read between the line no metimi o asem na aka masa enya adwuma ese ye ade betimi aboa Ghana ma Ghana akọ nanim na de bia na me hwe a ohun ajabu ade no ba om de o man ni kwa akire o man pani go for obekọ or the tax by top tax ye did this ye be ye fio ye buy be the say and ye di kuyen papa omo be no 2% sa be kan so because omo dwen ko ho adwen kase papa wo say bi omo bi a youth employment one when ni na papa top tax no di treatia sa kwada ne kan ya de papa and 1% to 1.75%. Ebi ye de. And so
ana VAT di anu so say si koye.
Oh, papa, tell me, be it as a match, o person of Tiasia. Papa, be it that down. Be it on money of any sales tax. Never be on my 26 tax. That is, he says tax, near the Baltimore water. Now, such a man 10%. We 10%, not 17. And that's other. Now we are here to one the popular on my. I said, who could be back on our say, and your master. Yeah, and then 10% in other Sanko. I shall go back to the 10%, you know. And then I just be a big gacy battle, but VAT, you know, 10% sales tax. And they also would introduce VAT and the VAT about. That's what be it in the board.
Okay.
What about be about board, no? And I call 17 point. Normally 17.5 for the poor pedia. Wouldn't say, yeah, he's a banking one is any money, over the buy me, of I've been so coachy 16,000, you know. Papa. 17.5 year almost and buy. Nobody 17.5 for the Comune. Papa, Ghana and Naya, and this in Como now, comedy atopa tax a grabber, atopa tax. I didn't see. What the condom tax by? Now, talk condom, I don't know the what the wedding? And Yatopa. Now, say, what the ultimate tax be a decana? I don't know the way to ultimate tax. Papa, if you maybe never do a view, and you never buy a see a cunning in our boom. Papa say, I may be a Mesa Bianca. Papa was in the Munum Crop.
Atupata sisanka atupata sebanka na one for job renew. Atupata so ho a.
Ababoa pa. Say no ko betimi aboa ma. Watimi amemu ayede. Say ba ko pehu aduru. That is ba ko pehu aduru. Na be dey o bi ati so ogun from akura gum ansa na etimi ayi. Na na wo di sa se be fa na. Papa.
Koso
ko yeri mo ho. Ana enema bebre hwe enema bebre na ajaboadi se na we ni ma betonton enema papa ye wo Ghana o ye nya nkwada sa o ye betu UTC o ye betu Kinsu o ye betu GNT ni se enema ni nyina ye betu ni nyina hwan ya pen so na se enema ni nyina akoya ene se nkrofo ya se adwuma ni ma ni na oba ye na ade don komi e de odo na kokatachi afiri fade bi ode ti wono wo so no kran gu niema so na wo bo don komi no ye na kwa me nkroma niema na mo bo don komi ma abro fo no koye no papa why na nkwata nkomo obi adwuma papa na de bi pro Ghana o de ma binyu o de ma binyu aha o de ma wuwie nkrofo bi aba be for don komi ya fe o ba ye wo se don komi na nkrofo ne fe no ube yesu na so be don komi ne ye ka wo sa be ka che so bi go don komi tie ntie o don komi ne kwa asem na ka che ne don komi ne no no be bo de we don komi ne we ya ma no da ko ti awo wa ni ebe oh di ade si awa mo don komi o di ade si awa ye don komi no ti ase o ba ya no so bi ya ne ye o ba be o da mo de bi ago be de ye mo de o ma na ma de ye ngwa na mo ye Morgan oh da bi de ya mo don komi na mo mo bo
Morgan try right now the o de tinu munge na de make you knows of akwa mo ho o ba ba
atamba kwa o se ho ada na mi tie bobo video bi a Chinese ni bi a okọ Ghana bro for kro ntibi brofo na ne honom no oso ba e obehu se India 40 o mo so nte brofo no se na we de medidi so na oka ne nsem ni nyina o se ba bi a okoye ni nyina na o kire institutions okoye o mo bo an papa Sami or the 50,000 Ghana cedis na koyo. Sami mi do mienu. Si e fa 500,000 Ghana cedis kura na the same institution na. Papa, you see kani nyina be share yi nya hwe adentia. Wo wanim tum. Me so manim tum na de akopie yen nkrofo. O mbe fight against mi no mienu. E ho na ba e bi aban ni ho. E bi na e ho no MPP ni ho NDC ni ho. E Ghana fo ne ho. But the kwan ya Chinese ni 50,000 fa so a e no $3 million no. Maybe no me do 500,000 cedis ko hono ma ye nya hwe because enya de ono be pen ama ye adwen pon the same adwen na Chinese ni ne ba no obe me de ye na ewie a ne ya chem na so we akodi ha MPP ni NDC ni obo se enkrofo bi na mu finfin na omo de omu didi ko baba Ghana ne ye nyina ye peni ye se amamu na ye bu no ye bu amamu kwa yi constitution ya nye ne esi enye nyina no ya ejebu edi no ma na kotro ye na omo de bre ye ne Article 71 no Article 15 ni ade no setem no mo a na omo se eja omo kofa eyi friends omo mo to tomatoes any ade de omo koye constitution na omo de abre oba ya kwa yi Article 71 ene na mempe no obo se MPP for co-opposition pe omo ka Article 71 ho asem se nya de papa oba power eyi ade papa ebo se the other side for ni yedede o china obo so omo so ba papa na koye the same thing Nene na sa na hwa na bre Ghana na bre eji ese sa de ne yekon ne yifi ho ne ye di odo chechire oman no odo de be ma oman na ko nanim no papa o abrofo when it comes to say be I say obi bo si o na democracy nye na democracy nye de na ye democracy say u ba ye utimbe ka wadwen na democracy ni aka be da ka wadwen na no ma yi kini Jonas ati America kura wo kire na dwen kura no ko to na ntwie e ko twetwa gu abonten ankwada kom ankwada hia na mawe papa democracy wo be den when democracy was at this na me be kire madwen papa boga na me jan adwen democracy that is it senka me ko kan be bia e na ono me nya adwen a kokotwa dwan ana ko fe grofo ma bebo me ana papa nya sa na no tie as democracy ba ye mitimi kire madwen asem bia ni boga so na kire na adwen democracy ye wi a ni akotena se di fufu obi akọ ne ba bi democracy is ana etie kire wadwen ne mfa mu man and just democracy say ye me ye dimisem ne me didi ye ho atem that's how the democracy na brofo ne de no omo de ye omo fa democracy ni di atem omo the democracy ye adwen ye nto adwen e den ne be ye ma ye nkwada na omo ba no ye be nya adwuma ama omo aye e kwan be ne ye mfa so
okay
si ye ntra ho ma Chinese for ye ntra ho ma ahoho me fa man no mi yo ma $60 ne de akọ se Ghana ni ye ye mo ano ma ne nye say a vogan na ya mu anama ne ye 4 time tanu say e no ni na busuafo ono betimi aye mo fama ne no nye
okay
ani ni democracy no
yo
ani the democracy so tan yo e say democracy obi ba no so ye ni we ni na start ye ni Malaysia for mo ye hefo e na wo so democracy mo so mo ye hefo enipa na ewo mu ni na ye democracy no e democracy ni de e asemo letter word in the actual good blackboard say democracy. Any partner say practice.
Okay.
It is any partner call left. Democracy is call right now, Momo call left. Won't mean the same as the Malaysian in Indian. Because all left to honor your debtors of the call right. Baba, democracy in Indian.
Kwabra, home swansa. Why? Home swansa. Na menko wafa kwabe ho. Na ansana makob abi eso. Ofa kwabe o
be ho
aha afide say what unu anu nkomo kakra o mabo right wo kakra ka wo ho ansana makwabe so
ure ya obekasa sisi eyi de lukreni ne kasa no hope nim because ono o support to say ye Ghana no think
Koso
ale mi no obi simi ana
le nyawa obi ansro so le usika hope nim na
bo Ghana na o sira mapajo we dey aja samu aja ofa ko mamu ofa mona I say a movie stars no ba mu di keteko shi o mo no France who France
anya owure bi ha no na obua ono na ya nneɛma saa odi animu.
Na me fese mu ni dwumadi ɛna obi ba mo hyehyɛ ketedi ko hyia na me fese France bo mo se ni dwumadi di saa. Enti odi afa to wasɛm no so.
Oh, we need dwumadi sɛ ɛno na ɔde gyigyi n'ani na wo so ni dwumadi. Ɛno de ɛto bo ase. Ɛne sɛ maka sɛ so ɔma no yɛtwe ne sɛ taide a na yɛni gye ho sɛ yɛntwe ne taide a ɛne Ghana for choice bɛdodo a yɛhu sɛ baabi yɛkɔ no ɛnyɛ no ɛwɔ sɛ ɛni sɛ ɛgya nom na ɛtoa so saa because yɛmmeranteɛ wɔn nyɛ adwuma ɛna dodoɔ no ɛkwan a wɔn fa so a wɔn nsa koya no ɛha adwene ebi a wofiri akɔtuom na wokɔ ebi adwene ne sɛ so no amɔ fast ama bɔ attack no nya de obenya wanya obi esa no nti wo a wokɔ no wo hede ni ahotɔ so but ko mind de wo kɔ mamu a nye bi kura ne sa wo be akɔ no akɔ treatment wa pum awia no bɔ na kase no mu ayedin na ko wo pese oba wa sa ya ba so be kwa akoye organic farms bi ti se mi project yi bia akoye bi so but o man no ahoto nim o mo ebu man no o mo bu ma o mo o mu e magana fo but ye ntumi nto aso sa se yeso kasa e wo so otua o kodwo nso a e wo so otua o koye we a e wo so otua but obi o nya dwuma a wo no kura na didi kura wonye bi ni wo so nkotua e kwa be so kaya yoyo fu nyina ye titikiti mo nti nokre semo no mo gigi o man sika na mo di bi bekọ akọweto na bi so ye de fufuru plane no mu ne yi a kese o kaso obi ntueto a o ntueto ma sabi nkrofo bi emfa ko siesi wo mu fie na me de minikom nye dwuma o might say yes Denmark and ye wo mu ye survey bi say kasi increase ti wo mu taxes a o say taxes no there ye no ye tria taxes a ye su na say bibi wo ho no a ye ba be ye ni ye a adinti na ni say tria tax ye ni aye sika na ye di sisi o man adinti na wo say tria but wo be tria tax na wo hu de wo tax na ye di aye eno na ma na ya hwe ho no Crawford PVD Ghana din kwaje besia ye hu de wo mo de besia ne aye ye de bi kotutu V8 among Crawford a wo mo je triple gracia any saying any acceptable inti master amamu no de mo am profit ho no de eye mamo be ye ne aye hwe no de ye hu mete pa
yo waka kwame ye bedo ase na yema ora abi emra the controls man ora abi emekabi na fe obi afa ne final word emra ne sorry so abi bama so
yeah personal I drink it.
Beautiful.
Why are you rounding up?
I bet we go finish at 7 o'clock, so 45 minutes.
I see. I log in less than 7 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what were you discussing?
Well, I'm saying Canadian free flow Tuesday. But the issue of democracy, also democracy near Boswa. Now, I cook Kenya near maybe so at the amount, but said yeah, Nkrofobi actually, and I say every now and then said the amount for democracy, no. Actually, say it is not suitable for our environment, right? Yes, settings now democracy now said the ECA the no mum dear and said that in Kuyi MIA. But on that grounds, so I'll just pose this question to you, and then you can just share your views. Maybe when we come another time, we can spend some more time on it. What elements are within our kind of democracy? We should have a look at it again so that ours can be much better. That's all.
Papa Smiley, democracy is practiced on principles. You understand? And the principle of accountability. You understand? And accountability is mainly buttressed by controls. That is why I keep saying that the discipline, you understand, the discipline required to practice democracy, we do not have it. Democracy doesn't thrive where nepotism is practiced. So if you want to practice democracy, you try as much as possible to reduce or do away with nepotism, favoritism. I mean, all these sort of things, and you can address some of these things mainly by controls. You understand? Papa Smiley, it is not only democracy that we have not been fully. I feel we don't understand it. It is like this religion thing we are doing. We do not understand it. It's what we do. It's what people have heard or what people, they don't understand it, but they just do something. You understand? Last time, I think about a week or so ago, I was listening to Joy News and 2 MPs arguing about this budget thing and so on. And the MP's description of politics is your ability to outdo or to outwit the other. I said, yes, exactly. That is what they are doing. This is wrong. Politics is not about tricking your opponents about who is clever or something. You know, Kwabena said it is based on ideas. Democracy is about communal decision making. I repeat, communal decision making. We want to construct a road. You say, oh, maybe we can use this material. I said, no, this material is not durable. So what should we do? Convince me that your idea is better than my idea. But it's not a matter of just lying and deceiving people and get a majority to follow you. But that is what we do in a part of the world. You understand? And we are able to do this because the control mechanisms are not working. The person can lie or he or she can. And if he happens to be on the majority side, nothing happens to the person, even though the person lied or is lying. This is our problem. And Papa Smiley, what annoys me is when people say democracy is no good for us. Papa Smiley, tell me anything we have adopted in our part of the world which is working. Even cars, see the way we drive it. It's killing people every time. At will. Yesterday there was this trotro strike and so on. And Papa Smiley, believe me, these GPRT people, some of them say, oh, we are not going to work. So people who are driving, even private cars, when they see you picking passengers, they will throw stones at you. They don't care whether it kills you, it damages, they don't care. You see what democracy is about? And these people do this thing without anybody holding them to account. Do you understand? Because when you take any action against them, the opposition side will be magnifying this thing. Understand? So, Papa Smiley, we do not understand the thing. Politics, democracy, religion, we do not understand it. The discipline required, we don't have it. We do not have the discipline required to practice these things. Those saying, oh, democracy is not good for us as well. How many PhDs do we have? How many cars? How many space engineers and so have we produced? We don't have the discipline to do this. I heard Kwabena speak. He said two things. One was positive, one was negative. The positive one is this.
Positive and negative give light, right?
No, this one will destroy everything. Once there is negative, it will just kill everything. So let me give you the positive one. The positive one, you said something that sometimes you have to do something, even though probably the costs of that thing is maybe more than the revenue stream or maybe the gain you get from it. And it is true to some extent. I've worked in certain organizations or companies here where when you are making an investment, we have criteria you follow to decide whether the project you are going to take will add to your profits or will not. I'm not going to more of them, but I mean both in the social environment and in the private environment. In this particular case, it was a state or national housing, a social housing project or projects. Those of you who live here may know, here we have a lot of housing associations. And what the housing associations do is the government gives them grants to build some of these social houses. At the same time, they also raise loans to build some of the properties. The ones they finance with loans, they have to make sure that the houses they build, they can sell in the open market to make money to be able to pay for the loans. The ones the government give them grants, they don't need to make profit on them. So when we are appraising these social houses, I've seen or we've considered those social houses which have what we call negative cash flows or negative bottom line, but we still do it because the social impact of those projects outweighs the loss. So in that case, you can make this and go on. The negative one is this. The whole financial transaction tax or the whole mobile tax thing, the concept is flawed. Do you understand? That is why when I keep telling you people that somebody like Ken Ofori-Atta is not fit to be in the job he's doing. Kwabena, sales tax, you made mention of sales tax. Sales tax is not based on cash flows. Sales tax is based on revenue streams. And based on my experience, all taxes are not based on cash flows. Taxes are supposed to be based on revenue flows. VAT is on revenue flows. Name them. Do you understand? And it is on revenue flows because there is the person who is paying the tax is undertaking an economic activity. So he has to pay tax on the economic activity. But this mobile thing is on cash flow.
Inyami, please simplify that one for our listeners for me. When you say tax is based on revenue flows, I will prefer that one is on profit, and then what they are implement is on our capital, so that the listeners will have the basic understanding. What you are saying here is pure accounting. Whoever doesn't understand accounting wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me.
I don't even agree with his definition.
You don't agree with my definition?
Yeah. Can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
If you say VAT is what did you say? It's a capital flow or something like that. VAT, whether you are poor or rich.
My friend, don't misquote me.
Okay.
I've never mentioned capital flows here.
What I'm saying is that as concerned VAT, whether you are rich or poor, you are paying the same rate. You are paying the same rate. So long as you buy something, you pay.
My friend, you don't seem to understand what I'm saying.
Take your time and take your time and make him understand. Why, Mr. O? Take your time.
You are taking me through a different dimension. I said revenue flows. I've never mentioned any capital flow. I said revenue flows. You are doing an activity. You are doing an activity and you are getting money from that activity. You understand? So the sales, it could be fees, it could be charges and so on, which come to you as your money. We call all of this revenue. You understand? Revenue.
Go on.
I've not brought anything like cost or expenses and so on, but revenue flows. Anything income to you. You understand? Is what we call revenue flows. So all tax is based on this type of flows, based on something you are doing, an activity. But the Momo tax is based on cash flows or transactions.
Abi, once more working on. Board chairman sending me something earlier on. I'm saying there's been an update, or if details of the e-levy. Now, the bank transfer won't be taxed, remittances won't be taxed, merchant users transfer won't be taxed, transfer from your bank account to your Momo number won't be taxed, transfer through Visa card won't be taxed. So that is an update. Board chairman SN the Brem, yeah.
So now they are bringing in the exemptions.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Now they are bringing the exemptions, but they presented the thing a blanket rate covering everything. So what I was going to illustrate is this: if I'm here and I send my auntie money, I'm not doing any business with my auntie.
I'm saying remittances and that one will be taxed.
Oh, so if remittances are not included, then the thing will not generate anything. Do you understand? It will not generate anything.
We can precise this. The revision they are doing is that if you're sending money from outside to Ghana, that's where you don't pay tax on it. But if you are doing internal transactions, you will pay.
Now remittance, they send you outside and remittance. I can be in Ghana and I can do remittance to my mother.
How do you move it to you?
Papa, how do you differentiate?
Papa Paswali, the whole idea, the whole idea is flawed. Do you understand? The whole idea, because if I'm in Ghana, and I'm sending my brother money, which is not any business we are doing. Do you understand? Which is not any business we are doing, but just giving him money. It is not my brother's revenue. I'm just sending the person money. The person has not done anything for me. If they want to tax, maybe if I'm paying a mason, Do you understand? If I'm paying a mason, then they can subject that mason to a tax. Because that is a situation, a revenue to the mason, or there's a business element in it. But merely putting tax on money changing hands, it's nonsense. But because they are finding it difficult to identify that, okay, this one is for a mason, this one is for a carpenter, and so they make it blanket for everybody. And that is the lazy man approach we are using to manage ourselves. Anyway.
All right, Abby. Any, yeah, my dear, yeah, Mr. Waka be fine. Why? I can meet at your son.
Now, I'm a church 17.5 no could try 16,000. Maybe I could church in my organ, so there's a Ulusu sister 16,000. A quite fast Ulusu, and now I church much of organs.
No, Lucy, you're not NDC time. Oh, President, no, so all my CPO. All money in CPO. I've been years in class.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
You see?
Why?
Mommy, home is so no be and final word, beginning with a Jacobi. Jacobi, Bama Subiemo.
Hello. Hello.
Jacobi.
Hello.
What's in car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, young quite meet me in the why?
Yo. What's your obituary you be by? Well, a fire for no home.
Yeah.
Now, Million organ, why are the fire? Was so you might be current to one come who are very good. So, shut yourself, wouldn't you know back on now? So, what you say, if I can. And now, what you say, Ghana, as a chief media come home, was selected five
Paramount chiefs, yeah.
Go from each religion, from each region. Now, Ghana, a region to do that. 16 times 5, I said 80. Who's a Tionga? And for what I know also, we tell 1,000 Kurano, Bosnia, said, no 80,000. Our Bronco latitude for more. I him for no, million won't get me. I him for no, first, yes, we are custodians of our culture. You are, and then we are custodians of litigation. Our translated back, every paper, not what I know, Manson. And for what I know also, Chief Prince, and for what I know was at this side. And it's a first, not the answer, what would you know? And the one being a rascal. So I think, and first one is to say, Ghana, Council of State, 100. I have 12. 100, you will be at 13,000 every man. Yes, I bet the way we and for so ben woman in your 3 so.
Okay. All right. You, Jacobi, yeah, that's it. Why? Your point is well made.
I am for no parliament for 1 year. When you are useless, we don't need them at this time of the day.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, but that's it, Jacobi. Over body, your final word. Over
Papa,
your final word.
Yo, I can't make final word together. Me the Australian Nina say your fa Subai be say change na chia o mine no yebeko yachi tembia because o mine no bia leadership we de o mine dru no atraso kra kwa chiri ya say timi sorry but ye mema hu ni say omo afa prem bi so mba ma timamufo no hwa kire omo agi tese unya bibia woje ho anye enti no at the end of the day no ye beto aba anase bibi group bi na time bi duru ani apɛ bibi kakra ma ye de ma wa untumi nka bibi untumi nka hwe because enkrofo anka se omo kasa mae papa em say mon check ade baako enkrofo anka so mo kasa maye say generals ne sa media houses ni nyina no anado appoint o ko Ghana media houses akese na amma umbo so mu nyina do ma shaban nim nti obi ankasa biu eti no kakra aka mutimi kasa no esra mo a monyere mo ho na hwe kwatufo kura se ne ye papa gbegbe enche kwabra de obekọ list ne so mo de aba nti ye fra onfa biu
David, one sa vacuum bi wɔ no meboa. Enti instead of betwa ma o ma be feel sa vacuum o be feel. Why?
No so ni asami yo.
Baba answer na de aban. Enche ma me fele. So we na wo de abehye ho. Ye de ko ma Kevin Taylor yi. Na edibia papa ho na why din. Why say eti ye ne sa why?
Fabi ya never see. So what who say vacuum bi wɔ hɔnom de a wo be feel. Just a obi feel a ye din men kasa.
Samu.
Now person o chese. Say tokuro de was ye tua no tokuro.
Na e vacuum so betem ye de beto abrete.
Yo Fabi, ye be da se. Ma ye ma wafa kofi twumberry ma enso mfana wedding bra. Bomba de owi a me ba so. Why? Say when o my nti me mo akasa kakra sana. Ona aka do mfana wedding ba. Nti wafa kofi your final word.
Yes. Well, me final word, me da say me chia obia. Well, me final word there. I'm so sad. I'm very saddened. And I'm just say on my Ghana, I seriously obi say I cannot think far. We have been making so much noise, myself included, for so many years. Say Yempe MPP NDC. And yet we are not coming out with any alternative. And human beings, society, BNY level in a vacuum. So Mahama Tiswa Yabonechi say Mahama yo na dia enti etoaba massively my Kufuado so message so many yet tisikaso say bre yetuma Kufuado oba na obi disika farm ministers bebrebe at the end of 4 years no as I catch say 4 more for na ampa na ye jiminti ya sa to ya man wo sa gusu odi sika no. Meanwhile, the same people on various from Akwantufo Radio, High Life Radio, and Ghana, and so still very soon we are going to be in 2024, and trust me, the same people are going to vote massively for either MPP and NDC. As you hear about ballot paper, the last election last year, and then exactly 1 year, 7th of December last year. Not presidential, there are 12 candidates, 12. 1, 2, 3, up to 12. And so be a good one. My Akufo photo, the Mahama photo. 10 akara will be MFO. Na, muti wa memu. Share enra, ya two petrol. Ama drivers, GPR24. Womu, so womu nyejuma. Trotro, unzagani yeni reliable public transport. Enti womu trotro for na nyejuma. Nkofo PNTM and kwejuma. I've seen some videos, and I'm here on Ghana television. Yeah, Uko Ashiaman, which is a very big main station, trotro station. Na mate from one car station, one bobo. Abra yenia bre say ye demonstration ye one bobo. I mean, seriously, I've never seen when people say they don't like something. Is that the way to show it, Massa? When me Babro Chefu Forum in 1972, na me koye Juma I was Ford Motor Company. Nani o union Kesia Transport and General Workers Union. We set the pace. So every year be a buying the pay rise, the pay rise now buy so for my near cost striker. It was a serious. We put every government in check. It was a powerful union. So but the people are gonna the area, Massa, and not a concert party. Seriously, I'm disappointed, and I mean, I'm tired. No, go car. We see the next 2.5 years, yes, the same people making the same noise. Even young I'm so disappointed. Yeah, they are doing diaspora for American UK for. They make the most noise, and yet they are not even organized. They are not organized.
Indeed,
just noise making. They just enjoy making noise, and they don't do anything.
I see.
So I'm really tired. Ghana, it will forever remain NPP. Given this behavior, part of Ghanaians are genetically congenital liars and so forth. I don't care again. We just love making noise.
Okay.
Making noise. Your people are making the most noise for MPP and some making noise for NDC. That's all. There's no difference between and then what Massa is sad. And why you call demonstration now mate for no more. Is that how to go to on demonstration?
Offer quick one. And now I say abrochire for no disappointed pa entina mamu so someone like Ura Abe e dey na nka also justice and go no one year.
Oh, Nasa, we all know what Abe meaning kasa every day. And Abe, what can he do? He's only one person. Me my cat said privately say, hey, Abe, at your age, you are not 20, you are not 30, and you are not going to live indefinitely. Forget about Ghana, this noise now, Mr. Massa, if you are not careful, you're going to develop heart attack. You died prematurely. Come and complete your house. Be like me. Live a beautiful life to enjoy your 70s and 80s, and then finally you go away. Because you cannot carry the whole of Ghana's problem on your head. You cannot. I have tried it. And here's what I'm for 10 years, from 2012 up to now, we couldn't make any impact. So I wish him well, but I don't have hope in that. I don't want him to develop any heart attack. I've encouraged him severally to come and complete his house and come and brighten his own corner, just like me. And then put your friend in the situation say you can afford to go to UK once or twice a year for your medical checkup to buy, just like I've been doing. You know me. That's the sort of life I live. Every year I'm able to fly to London and back. So, all right, I don't care about people. I don't care about
this. You Wafa Kofi, you better ask no futu. Why? Bombardier. I remember I say, remember meeting them. Uye ya Wafa Kwame. Now so do final word aba. Bombardier.
Baba.
Na important to say
chairman. Me ho ye. Bibia ho ye mabatwa bibia ho ye. Yadom. And that there. Me mame champion mother mama charity onzo tebi into sorting in here na say mama no say there no na no so kai ye Philip Eko Natalia no so the Philip also the media me enya dia me no beji chinya bia come and see me boy.
That's right.
And in the recruitment no goes one ye guso so no macho ye de nyansa no adwen kase no eno na ye de bekase no nti ne me mama so was kitchen obebos to come mizuzu nanja ja menya dokun kakra in way made in America dokun Ghana for na ye papa
koso meeting no
mama che eja tum eja mensa ye board chairman mechia Voga mechia Albert one na yire the otaye Veronica no na machia deputy na machia Princess Ajagba ma fini yi na ka memende bia na mesori na ka wonna ye program ewie Bechia Patricia, any and Yanuma Kenya, fire chief baby obia no extinguisher no, ye deba, because Wachedo, and Yankasa Almighty, a year Achibobo, or say Achibao, said the Anna Banatakan, Achibao, any a Mamina or Germany, no, ye chanpi. Papa, we just saw see a free flow me wa, I Nakamia, Akoya Shibolet, no, on the Sabia Santa for ye are near and Kamiaka, ye free flow. And Yamia, the Germana.
Why? Koso.
Papa, Namianim Queenie, and somehow soon. Na debia Mikase, one Kazu to one, ye be you bonnet. And they say, na Mitise Enra. Na Mitise Enra. Ghana for a big called e-walking. That's what I say. A big called e-walking. E-walking. Nina Chese, Enra, a drivers for no about 16 unions, Omoko demonstration. And a binsu called e-walking. Emma Omotu Enate Kama Pepe. ebi nso so de na woni omo SUV no you know sport utility vehicle no dem to say odogu bi no be because already kwa yamam $100,000 say MPs no mfa nkoto car na 60% de aban na be fa ho kan nti omo de car na de omo kwa adwuma na ebi nso so hu say no na ye demonstration na ebi nso ekokọ bebi ososo mo kwa emfa parliamentary work bia ho enti papa enwa me te say ye dampare IGP na ma te say obi say what the basis na yin na ye na me say Dampari may think say bia or boy or no one say he's also what dampening democracy because striking demonstration is one way as civilians yedi kayasem ema aban so de pese aban ye no so no otimi ye e say o bia okasa of the bus na ma nebusa say how many times naka IGP obitmasa the oyenzo akran no ye no kwa no meje di say bia tuduni tema station ni kakra no bitima ye na wo mo fisa komo ni sa no ma na eba ye wo so mo ada regions ni so e be de no mo so ye dey etimi aye yi enti no be wo ha wo ya magasi papa we no wo beju say bia yes wo ye no but oso mo hwe ni ye sankofo na wo hu se wo ye yi no akwa we no obetimi aha oban no because wo ye bibia asase de me de holier than down enti no driver from the almost omo so dogu bi onobe enti aban hu say ade na ye ni no free unions for so omo nyina mbra Jubilee House no naja omo asike na disi ye omo ra hoda omo mbra na transfer na omo koye Amsterdam de menye hu because and the na union for say omo suspend strike no no matter say aban no omo say no bebre wa aban de atutu petrol so a omo jiro omo ntiase if say petrol yanka say okoboi enyema so that say na say ade no ma Obeka say NDC town of the BBFN energy sector levy by saying church enu kra no MPP by kwa no say enye na wan satam kwa na say Cletus Abokakra na one no yes MP National Petroleum Authority kwa ye no mutwabo na senda enso so enu so na ebo ama ye church kakra o enti omo say abanya enu mebu omo ka say tax enye tax de ye na emum no omo komu ubu evisa omo no omo nya yi o for the Christmas o because also mo yes ma car owners no na so mo yes na ebia na ko so de tuo na ko se o car owner se fa be trend ko etede be no so ye intene say aragatu afu contract ye one city na what the two cities intade no the one and ho che no yeah na ho chire ye if said you free aragajan share ko central bank akoto ni tin tomatoes no emfa so be kra no otan da kanya se no benya enu na ma aho che ne ba no. At the end of the day, no 275 MPs no yabo mo car 900 plus presidential staffers no obia o car ye president for you no mo plan obia mo car na wa otimemu ni ne enti se kasa wa konfo do a yen kasa man pin for no won na ye tse ye no na kasa biye wa boche de na ka ye wo bibi di nenso no at the end of the day no ya na be frɛ ye ji aketwa papa wa ni maboche na ka ye fine this way asimesi fro ya ta fro adwa mensa fro kosi bedito fro over we now sika ogie nyina no wo chen finance minister no so that say enti moma ye hu enome bi ekoso na papa enra kojo opon media menim ekwan ya ne papa eto ne din nkroma medi ya of course nkroma din no din ya wo say yi no enra wo be share Ghana fo nyina ebufuo o say wo ye Ghana ni a you have to choose between Jata and Asosebo and say o say Ghana for yampne ama E11 number mudia ene there's only one way out say yebeko IMF and go for say nah what happened to we have the main mantra total waste of our support and say E11 amosemuji mo kan che say eno na mo betwatwa muka o afedie kojo ponkoma ebeso che say sade ne yetimentua na say there's one way out so o meko IMF and go for masa manyam musa say dia na mo beko IMF mo kodada yes say Mohammed and come mountain beko Mohammed NDC time mama na no so Ghana say enko IMF NPP time no IMF na yato nsa frɛ no and papa say o beko IMF o say enko IMF ni nyina enye sika ya na yakwagie so that's here enti no rehusem say ye to memu na wo yi levy na wo ma the audacity of me hu de menka say yanko ye nti na je say sika mo agege nyina say the economy is on track the one on track mako je 3 billion euro bond ye ntwe ye enye Ghana for na kase kan musa ko je century bond mo je sika wo wi ase enwa kwa anwa domestic bond o raise 2 year domestic 1.6 billion na o magie 1957 to 2017 Ghana Kenya 119.9 billion and now some look say do 350 billion just 5 years about when the almost 250 billion account still so try us here it is a car any tax e to de to mu boda ne ketwa ne afian nya e to utwa to ma o ma ya eye na so e de na eri to ne ye say me di me pay a me na me share tax me to America obeka oh erade me when you cry baby thousand cry me je kwa say shan bebe say emu fa na de aka croway na so me pia bonti papa ma me hwe kwahwe me kwan ye o me tu me ni hwe mpum me bo bo say no
o ba ye refesi wate
me yan sa yes
me mo ana mo ko enso o mo ko enso no ma num kete mo ano
Kinetic Rampo kwa de ye no ko south one obehu kwan papa be bia north Carolina ho na ye reconstruction no ko south one obu se ekwan nie ye be mu nie eti papa ye de ndie won a tax no enti o say o say titakon ye the road roads and just small percent the investment
Maria
ni podcast tax na o sha me ba o sha o say na de ne 20 Mr. Kojo Mponkro ma say said na deputy minister kano deputy chair kano o sin campaign fo nkwakwa yi metusala fo yi ye wuso monye muso so mante ne ma ba wan so ma banka ye bitu so ene se ye mpendifo fo a na kemante muso samu krampon de se ye kra mante ne ma ye kra ye be che kru yi etukojo ponkruma o presidential ambition so sakasa do be ka be shebu gwa hwe a sisi do bi enwu se join na otinyina na ye 419 papa me de yi lebi no ya ka ho asem so me ye 1.5 o me 1 per year o ye de amount for show dem sika ne ye we sika papa no say yi lebi kwa middleman bem say do me ye frontier no enra John Kuma o say 1.7 no maje no o mo de ba ko hye ka say third party na register sika ne say erade ye sika kakra ye beji o esla wusu a project 6 billion a year yes I'm go middleman ko beji we be no wajim be 1/3 na be sika ne ye ji kwa na anso say do my frontier no out of $150 no $10 pe ene ko Ghana $140
abi me brand so listen me brand so na quick one don't do that I don't want that one time my time is up don't do no quick one matter anyway over kwabe
me also
yanko final word why eja kwabi unfortunately that mint means am fa obi why ye pon anu ntino over kwabe your final word
opening Kofi na say me address me problem no egu ne so em say omo hu say ye na ne wo ho in the 40s iti I say ye mpenim for in Ghana history kakra the kobase ono na adwene say enye yi na so obi kra boa no a oboa o sa discourage ni bakro nene na opening ede mfaso na wo betumi di amayin because ade ne ehu se nkoyi and I say untumi mfa plan bi e be ba betumi asesa ne ma na se nkrofo odwendwene Ghana ho a wo so di a wo beka ne say wura no wonya adwendwene no kra o de ha no na se nyina adwene sa ade a ene se da ye nyina be kwa gogu ya ni mu because o ma no pra na e pro enti se enyam pro nwe di a o se starting mia se de be ya ekuru no be wu na ni nyina ne se eni papa de untumi fa wani ntu nipa so because even when Judas ofeli Yesu friend say Peter ofeli Yesu nti nipa de ya was certain weakness bi a untumi fo nani ntu so eno nti na ya di system saaba no enti system no na ebe kire se nipa no o follow system no a ya di ato no so a eno nko na betumi asebu ye enti se yetumi create system bi a transparency wom accountability wom na se a friend is saying wo pese wo hold office fa Ghana memu ho a enye wo mom na wo bedi tete ama ye na e bedi tete ama wo chia kwan no a owre ye ka cho se kwan no wo chia no so mpene a na ye we free honum o se e try wa na try ye o se jeli wa na jeli o se ku a na ye ku sana me dem be feel say between the SEC o man.
All right, Ofa Kwame, yeah, better was it. Thank you very much. Now, Minko, Vaughan, Eswe, Vaughan, your final word.
Yo, na kwabene kasa mete se kwabene kasa ya chesike bi wo parliament the one na obia anyi didi. Na me bi sa sa anyi bia kwabena dede na ya obeye okrum platform iso anyi bia oba na obeye hu didi send please for no physical number asanka no so koyi. Nti me so na ntwema omo awo didi no se omo abeba be didi una wo power una wo hu se opposition minority for no we omo de bi omo ye hu didi nti hu so nka omo start omo so ko je omo aye din obi anka ho hwe no aye hu didi but enye ne kra ka me nim se bi sa esi yo se ya ye ko earlier on no sha se nti so omo na ye na if we have sympathizers who would always want to look at their affiliations first before they look at the issues at hand, we'll have issues that we have of drivers being on strike. Now, I am a dream one, besides the politicians say Jimmy and answer them because fuel increments more the more politics ni we are. Muntumi hold it na muntumi hold it wie nso a mu betutu mu bia mutu mu ansa na madwen ho ehun say drivers na so omutu o me first if he say almost start here business it just doesn't make sense. Say you know that the increment you are going to do has a direct impact on transportation, and every time it happens I was say na drivers dey who did it and sana ya kwhwe say ye be adjust drivers prices dey jimmy semun so no. But my problem is when sympathizers like Kwabena come every day justifying why we should pay e-levies when his government told us that we were suffering and we shouldn't be looking at the NDC government. Now, a better alternative. But every time they are pushed to the wall, every time they are being asked pertinent questions, almost I refer young call back, say young question, now NDC, yes, then Jimmy Simmons, no. Na NDC, then now warrior, na ye frank, I won't be country and say, Oba obey ni asen ya won ye no enti na oba de bia na sa de ka asem na say na we mu yes that is pure stupidity for such a defense. Come now, you are my friend, me I can't mess words with this. That is pure stupidity for you to go on that tangent say na NDC for no years Jimmy say because
Vaughan Really a mesro. Maybe 1 second. Okay, all right. Because
when I say that, it's not to you personally, but that is a defense government after government after government have posed every time they are faced with the issues. NDC, MPP, it's not new, and I don't know why we keep accepting that as an excuse. Because every time you go to campaign, also near that now now yet the same thing near car. Also one no so ye one say ye that's a war you know to deny you catch and say and on yet into me show now baby yes since into Mr. No as someone I'm kind it's not personal to him, but like I said, for every government to pose that position, say the previous government did the same. and toss.
Okay.
Morgan, can't worry, Cabral and Monians.
I assume
that is the message from which you wrote to come into power. And now, right, be on some message, we now, catch and say, Omuyi, and toss.
Okay.
We have to be realistic with that.
Morgan, thank you very much. Nanesika, your final word. Hey, sana na wabo. That's an Nanesika in the fan.
Final word, I'm in my
Ah, over final word in the Canukro.
The Pacho.
Yemodia.
Papa, yambo, we got yambo.
Okay, Yanko. Why?
Papa, my Mr. Chairman of Fabium. Papa, my person, mamma of Etias, you pink say. Among your son in Ghana, no. It's not limited to MPP NDC. We are not doing MPP NDC politics here because I know MYM and Queen. I didn't think Ghana for Yan Chama John Mahama Bim. Because John Mahama was a corrupt, he was a corrupt man. And we were Yenya Gideon and Neku for Dumu near Trabamano. Honest Baya, honestly a senior corrupt man. And we have every right to complain. Nana Kufuado is a corrupt man or a comfort. And to see a can men compare comfort to comfort. Papa, I say, Sebo, any jata, a jinaho, yeah? Now we jump fifi. Now we be sase, or mummy and one a good. Papa, Pacho, what am I say?
You too, Coso.
Sana of the offer can, Sana Hakoye. Into offer, we should not limit our thinking to these people. You are above that. And no matter why, you don't have to come and defend because it's your party. We all love you, we respect you. But if you keep on, no matter why, it's not defendable. You can learn something from Papaya. Papaya, or Casa, your friend is saying, your Casa and son of Vogan by your friend is saying. Of a Kwame, who be sent a same message or say, was with the Minia Ye, and I mean to me, Yano, and one is better. I said, so Baby Goom when master to say, the German Sayano. Oh, and no matter why so defending one, you end up disgracing yourself into your best row. Your best row, pa. Ye never Ghana, you be and thank Kufuado, be and thank John Mahama. But a Jumane, they are sure Monsano. We need accountability. They say baby we are said do accountability in here and cut one memne and Cassiano or see a memne because you might show months and 1 year. Papa na ya himful and ya soft for na me bombs. A himful na soft for these two institutions is useless. Chieftaincy, it has become useless in this modern age. To say them more from coming now walking. Look at on him pay more what tons I say that's na what ton papa mpuntu nyuma bena waje bi kura won sa ne mpesua so ho asase ba ko no hino what ton nipa be 4 5 ne atwen sika ne ekun ye ho why ene edi omu nyina tototo board so omo ne asofo no especially Reverend Mate papa penye otimu dwen esi owe okasa biem now we all talk say he was speaking for the for Ghana. But not knowing, say, all that noise that he was making, he was doing it for his own selfish interests.
All right.
These are so for them who said they are all useless. We don't respect them anymore.
Okay.
Papa Mdubesi.
Okay, thank you very much. Abi, your final word. Abi, oh. Okay, all right. And second deputy.
Papa, yo, Papa.
Abi, so.
Me final word, but I be my menu. I said, why am I not doing my dear, my menu now? Who did you know about? Papa.
Yes.
Many more of a chum, many more of a chum, but of a chum as I'm the kind. Was a Ghana no remain MPP NDC so. What's your minimum no ma? Safana word, you know. Was it Wakosha? NDC atade ase na wakope independent bi dia be hye nim enti odu ballot box mo je Ghana no omo madwin nya adwuma na omo mugu Ghana na omo to abama se nkrofo ni mi nu se me abaye kotu man to bi papa if you be 92 be nyina be bia 2000 no me nkoto aba
Omo to abama se nkrofo yi a omo didi atemu nyina ne omo a omo didi atemu. It say be as a politicians omo adwenya adwuma enye omo no omo adwenya adwuma omo nim nyansa ho. Eye omo to abama omo no. Omo no omo adwenya adwuma. Because I got to abama onipa ne wie na oye ne mafo a na odi na temu a hwan na ye ne mafo no papa. Eze wa to abama na wonim nyansa. Ana ofa chumo ka say ye ba ne wo say oh we independent ye koto aba no so a independent fo ni nya bi why na to aba ne ma wo enya mo ye dede ya papa se wonya kwanya so ho na se bi apese wo chirechire nsem enya atem didi o eye asem a be kama na to obi atrim na odi akoto aba ma ho na de bi akwaye atem didi side de bi atem didi dia at the end of the day no said ye eyi sa na eyi be yo eni papa men kasa bebre me na me ba meche bi ekwan a ni obi aye papa petro yes ne boaye din senke bi anka malam john e ho no ma 15% tax na anka we no ba yo mbe yi fi ho no no keda so da so anka wa fa 15% sanka ne o we ho obi yo se da bi mi enkoka na wanka wa chia be da ko wanim e se ho ba bi a wo fi ba asa na watimi akọ wanim e tire bi e be yusu sankrofo no incompetent for no e dey my example eti ene say eno na omde be didi atem ye ne bi o menya kwa didi atem papa ye dey be kan kwaji asem no ni o wa so no onti papa
okay thank you Abe hey
yeah papa so
make you go why uncle
I was just telling Vorgan he shouldn't worry because Kwabena understands everything. Don't. I don't think he understands. You see, when you are listening to this thing, you have to understand the import, the meaning of what the person is saying in the context. You understand? When you take it on the whole, you see it's not an insult. You understand? We are all complaining because both sides have lied to us. You understand? And me, I still hold on to the fact that MPP, Akufo-Addo and his people, they have shortchanged us. Those of us who had some element of trust in him. I mean, we have been shortchanged big time. You understand? I mean, I never ever thought that when Akufo-Addo and his so-called men occupy the positions they are occupying, we will still be debating this to the extent of comparing them to NDC. It's impossible. But it's like they are not listening. Today I was reading, there's one guy too, I don't know, he was one riffraff like that. They put him on a board, MCO, one of these boards. And I kept asking, so, I mean, Akufo-Addo, I mean, what does he understand? These people he's been putting on board as reward. What do they want them to achieve? Because these are the people giving him that stupid information or advice, and people are insulting him because the people are not delivering. They don't even know what they're after. Look, the law and short of all is this. Is the Ghana we are experiencing now the vision Akufo-Addo has? If it is, then he's a failure. Because there's nothing visionary about the Ghana we are experiencing now. Nothing visionary at all. And Kwabena, I think last Friday, I don't know whether by then you have not had enough information. But I think it seems this Vogue award, it's like a real thing. And I feel it's like a joke. Do we need Vogue to award Akufo-Addo anything before we celebrate? This is like celebrity thing. So me, I don't even want to be associated as a Ghanaian with this stupid thing. Because Vogue or Forbes, has Forbes awarded Boris Johnson or any of these leaders? Has he awarded them anything? And do they even care? But look at how people are jubilating. How people are, Akufo-Addo is being recognized. Oh, this is nonsense. What sort of recognition is this? This is not a Nobel Prize, oh. Maybe it's Nobel Prize for Africans.
All right, Ali, thank you, Sean. Aye, thank you, Sean. Bombardier, so there, do find out where the boom. I think yours is sorted. Of a wedding, so I can maybe.
Papa.
Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah, Bombardier.
That was what on?
I mean, no. Our of our weakness.
Hey, not deputy to him.
And then deputy as the next program. I need to get it on right away.
Oh, okay. Papa Matthias. Our weekly. Pastor Ishmael. Matthias.
They don't want deputy to go and eat.
All right. And see, any you know we be asked, right? So Obia Kebi. All done and dusted, we all remain Ghanaians. That is the identity that makes us more important. It makes us more important than any other identity. Your secondary identities never make you more important than your primary identity. Inti said that kasa. It will be more appropriate for us to look at our primary identities. And also can be for us to be able to respect ourselves very more. If a secondary identity causes you to disrespect a primary identity, don't you think it is an inappropriate way of doing things? And me say that and then you operate from your primary identity. It makes us see ourselves from that uniform platform where we know all done and dusted, we all remain Ghanaians. Very, very important. But kakra, we will certainly get there. And once again, our emotional attachment.
Primary identity
on say na the NCT. You can't give a timeline as to when someone will change. You can't do that. So
thank you. The same way you can't give a timeline to anybody's station.
But the bottom line is you want the change to happen, right?
Yes.
Whatever you do, you want that change to happen. And if your patience is not helping you to wait a little bit more, you to work on your patience. And I can earlier on say, whatever that we do here, even when you are identifying the shortcomings of a follower, it is also an opportunity to work on yourself one way or the other. Inti yaba hasi yebe ye hodro. So obi aka asem na ahye wabufuo na wakoma yo ya opese oka no so yare. Onso koyo hodro. O yare, you are also sick. Nyabote. Na so yo hodro. Obi aye no hodro. Whatever the case may be. Inti so obi aka asem emfa yie. Etimi si. Obi di nsem hunu etimi si. But in your way of addressing that issue, also again you won pie. You won pie say also ye nyansani ana. You won pie say oh ye badwemba. Ana say you won hu kire say bibia timi firi wonu ba. Eno so now they are there. Now they are your own wedro. What's it? In fancy, I say, Nyamyad Mochna. Questions and answers. You have any other to us. So patience, a shorter. Bubiguso. Why? Bubiguso. Then also, then Nyamyad Mochna. Yamra and Betuaso. Median Yansano. One Papa Smiley. Jumedia Huchame. Nyamyad Mochna. Second deputy over Juma. Mamus Rukra over Juma. And I want for the Jaguno Sudia. But also no mushik kra or bebo jumapa. Until we come again tomorrow. Bye bye.
Houndblog.com.
We crossed over troubled waters. God was by our side. It's you and I, baby. Boniface. I'm Rebbe Train, said you Rebbe. Yeah, the new Jebbe boy, I be right. Yeah, Mopia, and you are open to you let nothing come between us. We'll spend our lives to prove that. After all these times and all these years, you and I, mountains and valleys won't come between us. Time and space can never defeat us. It's you and I against the world. So hold me tight, back on my this is the matters of the heart now. It's the matters of the heart now. Yeah, matters of the heart now. Now make it baby will grow. Yo nyamiaka bomuna. Say me yo money be so they to be good, two wrongs don't make a right. Oh, Yamina, Metre, Boniface, and Rebbe said you're Rebbe. Yeah, the Jedi upon a boy, a right. Yeah, Mopia, and you are open. You'll let nothing come between us. We'll spend our time to prove that. After all these times and all these years, it's you and I. Mountains and valleys won't come between us. Time and space can never defeat us. It's you and I against the world. So hold me tight, back on
Radio, and this is Akwentu4 Radio.
We stand for information, education, and entertainment.